Warning: the following content contains three friends talking about Inazuma 11. What first started as a podcast about the footage that was recently released quickly developed into more, and we do stray a lot from the initial topic. If you're expecting a deep view into the gameplay footage that was released, then I advise you to seek another video. If you want to know what we think about Inazuma 11 as a whole and what we love and hate about the series, then sit back and relax. Just enjoy the show. Also, we do swear a lot, so viewer discretion is advised. Hello, this is Demon Master, and I'm here with...
Andrew, it's your turn.
What? You said that you were gonna do it. Oh god. Okay. Hi guys. I'm DragonBlaze, and oh my, you're disgusting. You know that. Oh my god. Okay.
And so
Go.
it begins.
Go. You go. Go, Maurice.
Alright, so what's up guys, my name is DragonBlaze, and yeah, so...
Oh god. Oh god.
What's up everyone, my name is Maurice, and I'm here with Nelson and that other guy.
The other guy.
Wow. Why am I the underdog here? What?
You're special.
Let me just check channel statistics here.
It dropped to 0.
Okay, wait. Okay, so just so people don't get confused, this is Demon Master. I'm here with DragonBlaze.
That's me.
Okay, good. And I'm here with HiMyNameIsMaurice, not to be confused with my name being Maurice, because he's Maurice.
Yeah, and you may know me as Chrono.
The previous... The one of the holy trinity of Inazuma on YouTube.
Basically.
Holy crap. I don't know what to do here. But anyway,
You guys are in awe because of my appearance.
oh, fuck yeah. You know that.
Yes.
I'll kneel down before you, man.
Yeah.
And do things you don't want to know.
Just keep your hands where they are, please.
Don't worry. It will. I'll speak to you tonight. Anyway, so, this past week, the European footage for Inazuma 2 Go, Chrono Stone, Thunder Flash, and Wildfire has been released by Nintendo.
Nintendo, yeah, well, he's actually a pretty nice guy. I talked to him a couple times.
I
He's a
never
really
talked
nice
to the guy, so... Is he Dutch?
Yes. Dan is a really Dutch name. Like
He's Dutch.
really Dutch. It's the same, something like Willem or something.
This is this is that moment when I envy the Dutch community, because you guys, like, you can just talk to each other with no problem whatsoever.
Yeah, it was pretty easy. Like, he's just a really, really nice guy in general as well to talk to.
Well, okay, Maurice, since you know him so well, how does he get the footage so quickly? And, like...
He's a reporter at Nintendo News or NintendoWorldReport.com, I believe, and he gets a downloadable code from the eShop a couple of weeks before the official release. Just like all the other sites, to review it.
And just, professional question here. Do you ever, like, ask him how does he feel? Like, he's pretty much the only source of Inazuma news we got during the last weeks.
Well, actually, he grants me permission to use his videos if I need it for Patient Arms.
Yeah, but, like, he's like... We don't get any news from Level 5, it's Twitter or Nintendo.
No, but that's just... I think that's because Inazuma isn't that popular.
Yeah, pretty much.
Which is
Not something like Pokemon.
No.
Or Smash Bros. It's not really that big. Like, it has a name, of course, when it comes to, like, having a status in Nintendo, but it's not that big. So it doesn't
Well, the
really
thing
get
about
as much attention.
the fun thing about Pokemon is, I don't know if you guys can remember that, but Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, Nintendo just announced them like out of nowhere, and everyone got hyped.
Yeah.
Because everybody knows Pokemon. It's like...
Everybody knows
it's been
Pokemon,
there,
but like,
it's been established.
I mean, Nelson,
Yes.
when it comes down to information about European Inazuma games, I mean, just remember, how did they announce Inazuma 11 Go 1 and 2? Twitter. Just a tweet.
Yeah.
That already says enough about Inazuma 11's popularity.
But that's a huge
You're-
contrast, because in Inazuma 3, they, like, announced it out of nowhere in the Nintendo Direct.
Yeah, but like Inazuma 11 Go 1 and 2, it was just like a tweet, like, oh, it's there. Like, oh, wow, oh, alright, well, it's there.
I just don't know, man. It's Europe, soccer is a big thing. I mean, we all love our animes, our shonen animes. I just think they could at least put a little bit more ad strength behind it instead of just a little Twitter thing.
Well, they're not trying to make it a huge series in Europe. That's what I believe.
And they're failing horribly because of the freaking dub.
Yeah, just let's not talk about the dub. It's terrible.
I mean, please. Just, it's just horrible.
Like, if we're talking about, like, the dub, let's say in the anime in multiple languages, then it's...
The German version is the best because it has funny names.
Yeah, that is also what I've been thinking. That's the same goes for Pokemon. Like, there are a lot of names in German that they have for specific Pokemon that sound hilarious.
Yeah, but like the German dub is just hilarious in general. They're like shouting all those names. It's the same. Just like, I mean, here in Holland we say ambulance, and in other countries they say ambulance, ambulancia, and then you have Germany with their Krankenwagen.
Okay, look, let's just agree that German is a funny language, and it has, like, the least romantic way of saying I love you.
Yeah, what was it again?
Ich liebe dich.
Yeah, no, yeah.
It's not offending any German viewers here, of course.
It sounds more like a threat than just saying I love you, in my opinion.
Yeah, it does.
Ich liebe dich.
Ich liebe dich.
Hey, Andrew.
Yes?
Ich liebe dich.
Oh, I love you too. Oh, how romantic. Okay.
Oh.
No, but I said I had something to talk about, and I think that's a good thing before we start off talking about the Cornerstone stuff.
Oh, sure.
Level 5 Vision has been announced.
Level 5 what?
Level 5 Vision. Basically, Level 5's press conference thingy they do every so often. The last time they held a press conference or Level 5 Vision was back in 2013 when they announced Galaxy.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, and they're going to have one on the 26th of March, I believe, or somewhere in April.
One day before the release of Inazuma Go, or Chrono on Europe.
Wow. Let me actually look it up.
That's actually kind of surprising. They're probably gonna announce something big.
April 7th. Well, it won't be Inazuma, I can tell you that much.
How do you know?
Because they will talk about the next generation big cross-media project.
Oh.
They will also announce Yokai Watch 3, the next installment in the Professor Layton series, Fantasy Life 2, and there will also be news for toys, TV, anime, and other related stuff to Yokai Watch.
Huh. So they're kind of investing a lot in Yokai Watch.
They're investing a lot in Yokai Watch and their Professor Layton series.
Well, yeah, Professor Layton has been already an established franchise here in Europe. I would like to see Yokai Watch, though. That would be pretty interesting.
Yeah, they're going to announce a new game of that. And they're also going to talk about some other stuff, but it probably won't be Inazuma. They have not announced that. Yeah. And from what we've heard, not likely either. But they did promise something Inazuma in 2015, so...
Because of that picture?
Because of that picture, remember?
It'll probably be another 20-minute movie.
Oh my god, no.
It will probably be a truck simulator.
Inazuma 11 truck simulator.
No, but there are like two things here. Like, the thing I find a bit strange is that they just won't announce anything about Inazuma. I mean, Level 5 Vision is their biggest event of the year, so... And seeing as it did promise something in Inazuma, I'm kind of curious if it will actually be announced or if they will just even talk about it in the slightest.
Well, I still have my hopes up for another Inazuma series. Like, that at least will fix what Go did, because Go was mediocre all around.
Except
in Galaxy.
I think Chrono was the best series.
Yeah.
I disagree strongly with that.
No, I strongly agree with the Chrono being the best series, but
No.
let's talk about it. Let's
There
talk about
is
level
too
5
much
vision.
plot holes in Chrono for me to even like it.
Yeah, but you're different.
Yeah, I know. I'm the guy that enjoys story in Pokemon games. Like, what the fuck?
No,
Wait,
but
what?
the level 5 vision, it will be held on April 7th at the Tokyo Dream House, Dream City Hall, which is a pretty big city hall, from 6 to 7:30 p.m.
So
local time.
something big is going to be announced either way.
Something big is going to be announced, and it's like it's going. They're talking about their next generation big cross media project, and I'm not seeing Inazuma 11 as the next generation big cross media project, to be honest.
Yeah. Okay. Well, at least we can count on something. The West will not get it till 3 years have passed since it came out in Japan.
Yeah.
Fuck you, level 5. You know what's funny? You know that level 5 has its own international Twitter?
Yes.
And when you go to, like, see the website, like, at least the Twitter, they haven't posted anything since 2013. Their website, it pretty much says that their international base is in America.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
What?
they're hiring people from the UK to translate their games.
Which is absolutely
That is
stupid.
lazy.
The translation team is in the UK, and that's also part of Nintendo's translation team.
Again, it's a very side translation team, because it does a very poor job at it.
Well, it doesn't do a very poor job, I have to say.
I mean, and when it comes to voice acting, yes it does.
Oh, wait. Some new news about the level 5 vision right now.
Oh. Maurice,
There
please.
will be a number of new level 5 titles shown off, including Fantasy Life 2,
Great.
Yokai Watch 3,
Great.
and Layton 7, which will be the next installment. They will also be shown the next cross-media franchise teased last year by Akihiro Hino.
Maurice?
Well,
Maurice?
and also a major collaboration title.
Maurice?
I don't see Inazuma as a cross-media franchise.
I don't
Sorry.
care. It's been announced since last year.
Well, like, Hino did sign the picture, or the drawing.
Maurice, look, we're gonna get Inazuma and it's gonna be a Tetris game, okay? Oh wait, that's already out, sorry.
Well, like, if it comes down to the cross-media, like... oh god.
No, you know what? It's gonna happen the same thing that happened to Dragon Quest IX. Shin Megami Tensei X Fire Emblem is gonna be a level 5 thing.
Well, just imagine Shin Megami Tensei X Inazuma 11.
Oh no.
What?
Well, at least it'll make sense with the Keshin thing.
Well, like, yeah, the questions could be demons and such.
Tenma, you use Mara. Oh god. Why?
Or like, imagine Marrakesh armed.
Okay, wait. I need to show DragonBlaze what Mara is.
Oh yeah, he didn't know what Mara is.
He does. I doubt he knows what Shin Megami Tensei is. Do you know what Shin Megami Tensei is, Andrew?
Uh-uh.
No.
Well, shame on you.
Okay, look, this is Mara. Okay.
Yes. Let me see.
3,
Oh, wow.
2, 1.
Let me see, Mara. What the fuck? What is this?
It's a penis on a chariot with tentacles.
No, but like, just for a second, let's be serious here. They will also be shown the next cross media franchise. No, but they're talking about a franchise, and they're talking about the next cross media franchise.
Okay, true. And it's been announced since last year.
Yeah, it's been teased by Hino. And they will also show a major collaboration title. Well, maybe the collaboration could be something with Inazuma.
Yeah, but then again, do we count Inazuma Go as its own franchise?
I do.
Then, there might be another series. That's not Inazuma Go.
Oh.
Inazuma 11 Go on.
It could be Inazuma Future.
Yeah,
Look at that.
Like, we haven't.
Look,
like,
now we're getting into the juicy stuff.
Well,
Inazuma Future, well, it never happened.
yeah, which is a real shame.
I'm sorry to say it never happened.
I know it never happened, but it's a fucking shame though. Cause
Well, yeah, it would be fun. Well, but like in whatever, like we would never get it anyway. Like it's a mobile game. They normally don't port mobile games.
I like to have hope. Okay.
Yeah, me too.
And you know what?
Like,
Don't say they don't port games. Wait, Andrew,
dreams.
they did port the game. They ported Inazuma 1 into a mobile form, only in Japan, unfortunately. Inazuma Future kinda got ported by making Inazuma 3, because features of that game was used in Inazuma 3.
Alright, can we just keep it that it will be Akihiro Hino dating simulator?
Okay, sure.
Dating simulator.
I'm down with that.
I played. Nelson, if that's the case, we're going to do a collaboration series on that.
Oh yes. Just like we're gonna do collaboration with Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, definitely.
Fucking yeah. Okay, going back on track.
Yeah.
God fucking damn it. Okay, so of the three of us who have experience with Chrono, it's only you, Maurice.
Well, only me basically. I've played the whole game for
You've played the whole game,
hundreds of hours. So
you're not the only one. 240 hours on Inazuma Go and 237 on Inazuma 3. So
yeah, I have about 500 on the Galaxy.
Why do you know that information?
I have about 500 hours on Galaxy, I believe.
Oh my lord!
I have something 300 hours on Chronostone.
Oh my! Wait. Oh, so you enjoyed
No,
you enjoyed Galaxy more,
no,
or
the reason I
Maurice.
he just
Maurice.
he disconnected.
God fucking damn it! You're kidding me. Maurice, no.
Oh my god!
Maurice,
Something happened to him.
Damn it.
Baby, come back.
Okay. Screw it. We'll do it live. Fuck it. We'll do it live. Okay. But Andrew, you know, we know this because when you spend a lot of time in a game that doesn't deserve all that much time, you tend to know this thing. Okay, I know I spent way too much time on Go. I hate that.
Yes.
I just hate that game. I said this a ton of times. I just don't like it as much as the other ones, even in Inazuma 2. And I think that game is absolute shit.
Go? I don't think it's absolute shit. Like, I mean,
No,
what?
it's more like the potential it had, and what we got.
Like I.
Wait.
To be fair, I don't know if I'm like, because I'm so young, I don't think about that stuff. But for me, it's basically like I saw what the Japanese version had, I saw what the English version got. It was annoying that the voices were weird and that what was it again, like the font was also different. Let's say it was a different font. Like yeah, the font was weird.
You mean the English dub?
Yeah, the English one for Go. Then also like the moves of the special moves, the names of the special moves, of course, were bad as well. But you know, like to be fair, and with all it had so much potential. It's the dub version. Like, I already expected it to suck major ass in comparison with the Japanese one. So, like, when I got the game, I wasn't really that disappointed. So, for me, like, the whole pleasure and stuff and the whole like adventure of the game, it did not really like go to waste. Like, at least I understood what everything was and stuff, and I don't know how much time I actually spent on the game, but at least more than 100 hours, and I still enjoy the game a lot. Like, they still gave out the DLCs that that the Japanese version also got. So I was actually pretty surprised about that they did that as well. As like I said, the English version, in my opinion, sucks ass in comparison with the Japanese one, and I thought they would never do that, but they did. So we still pretty much got a lot of stuff the Japanese version also had. So we weren't really like left out. So
if I may
I don't know.
interrupt, first of all, hello Maurice, welcome back. Second of all, okay, I'm okay. I'll have to show this part. Yes, totally.
You have too much time on your hands.
Okay, but it's not the dub itself. It's what the game has. Like soundtrack-wise, it's extremely poor compared with the other Inazumas. It just
I have
doesn't
to
have.
say that is true.
It just doesn't have that touch that
Wait,
the old Inazumas had.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
game are we talking about?
Inazuma Go Light and Shadow.
Yeah, like I have to, because I did hear Nelson say something about that when you play against the older teams, like the evil teams, you will either have like insert random song that is for some reason specifically for them, or you will hear like the music that you will hear when you were battling the
Fifth sector guys.
fifth sector.
Here, just to be more precise, when you go against Zeus, Chaos, Genesis, Ogre, I think that's the only ones, if I'm not wrong. Like
You
old
did
teams,
say
you get
thanks.
the old same fucking song over and over again, and it's not a good song by any means. It's not a good song. It is mediocre at best, and the times you have to play against these teams to get, for example, Ogre. It has economy as a rare drop.
Wait, we're talking about Go 1 right now.
Yes, Go 1.
Alright,
Go
thank
1.
you.
The Ogre has economy as a rare drop, which means I'm gonna have to spend most of my time battling against that team. And if it has a mediocre soundtrack that I just can't stand to hear even once, the game kinda failed.
I have to
And
admit,
the
the
fact-
soundtracks were poor. Yeah.
And the
was
fact
something
that
wrong.
they don't... Wow, Maurice, just wow. The fact that...
Wait, are you actually showing this on screen?
I know, I'll show this during this. Don't worry,
Or, like,
don't worry.
You should not show this. This should be like we need to show this at the end. So
Okay. So just the fact that they didn't use their biggest assets. For example, remember the song that played when Twin Wings was used?
what?
Remember the Hakuren song, when they were against Alpine? Yes, that one. You know what? The only appearance that song makes during this game.
Is it true?
It happens in a cutscene that's like 10 seconds long for the pinball stadium.
Oh yeah, I remember. That was sad. That was really sad because
It
that
is
song was
literally
nice.
the only appearance that song makes. I can't say it doesn't appear, for example, for post-link teams, because I still haven't linked my game. But god
What?
fucking damn it, it is one of the best songs in Inazuma, at least in Go, and you're not gonna use it more.
Hey, I mean, what do you know about the wasted potential though?
And then
Well,
you
Like,
got
that is true.
and then you got the limitation. Oh my god, Maurice. Oh my god.
He's going all out.
Then you got the limitations in terms of moveset, because there's so little moves. And teams have no sense of uniqueness to them, because they're just going to recycle the same old moves over and over again. So it comes to a point where when you go against a certain team, you already know that, oh, this player's probably going to have this, that player's going to probably have that. And oh my god, the man has the whitest of teeth, man.
That's
God.
true.
Maurice, what are you doing, Maurice?
I'm making your thumbnail.
Oh my god. I
I'm
I
making
am-
your thumb.
I am so scared. So,
I would also cough.
so when we compare, for example, Go in terms of gameplay with Chrono, which from what I've seen from Maurice's past videos, Rob's past videos, Pyrochat's past videos.
Oh, by the way,
Yes.
I don't know if you noticed, but all of Rob's Chronostone videos, or almost all of them, are taken down.
God fucking damn. God damn it, YouTube. Fucking just.
It's a bad year.
Yeah,
for Inazuma 11.
It's a bad year for Inazuma 11. Well, kinda. I still haven't gotten Chronostone.
Yeah, that is true. Like,
but
we still need to get the bullshit from Chrono.
Yes, yes. So
What the?
when I
this is so contradictory, or if there's even a word, contradictory. Like, Andrew, in the freaking video we had, you said you love Chronostone, and now you're saying the bullshit that is Chronostone. Andrew, what the fuck?
Andrew,
Like,
what the fuck, man? You're getting called out.
No. Like, I just said that as a joke. As Chronostone, like, it might get you like more bullshit, as YouTube system maybe will fuck you over again with the specific rules it actually pulled on you guys.
I can tell you guys that the Chronostone game is a good game.
What? No, I never said that the Chronostone game is a bad game. I never stated that.
No, Maurice, thank you, because I got 2 people nagging me each time I do something like this, telling me that the game is shit. And it lags when you have like 3 people cashing on the Mixi-Maxing on screen.
No,
so.
that's complete bullshit.
Okay, thank you. Ryukario, go fuck yourself. You too, Fubuki. Anyway.
By the way, I think that Chronostone is a great game. Like, I think I even stated before that it is my favorite of the 3.
Have you played it?
I definitely agree.
Yeah.
Have you played it, Andrew?
What? No, but from the gameplay, I like it more. Like, from what I can say. Oh my god, he's going a lot. From what I can say, it is really nice, and I like it over. I like to be fair. I like all the soundtracks that are in Galaxy, because there are a lot that I really like. But then also like the whole game of what's it called, of Chronostone itself. I really like that. I like it over. I like the storyline over the storyline of Galaxy. I like the characters over Galaxy. I like most of the stuff of Chronostone over Galaxy. So yeah, like, I would still buy Galaxy, of course, but I would just say that I would probably add a bigger, like, a better experience or bigger experience with Chronostone than Galaxy. But still, Galaxy is great.
Well, here's my thought on it, because Maurice is gonna be the last one, because he's the one who played the game and stuff. From what I've seen from Chronostone, yes, it seems a better game than Go. It has a lot more moves, and I like how they handle stuff, because since they added the Shibide damage, which is the numbness meter on each goalkeeper, they had a lot more.
You mean the parameter?
Yes, thank you. They had a lot more liberties with the moves, because you can get moves with the same TP consumption, but they're gonna have different powers, different numbness power and stuff like that. So it has a lot of potential, and it's used to its max. And then we got Cash-ins, which, even if you have a weak Cash-in, it doesn't mean you suck at the game, because you can use Cash-in Arm, and it's gonna be pretty freaking awesome, and you can just counter everything with Cash-in Arm and Mixi-Max and whatever, really. And also the potential for bullshit is even bigger, because, as many people say, Cash-in Armed and, well, Mixi-Max are a little bit overpowered, but still.
I need to disagree on that.
Okay, Maurice, go.
Wait, disagree fully and give all the arguments you want when it's your turn. Okay.
No, because here's the thing. Andrew, the only people who I could talk about this, about, Inazuma, have been you, Fubuki, and Ryukario. And Ryukario keeps telling me the game is total shit. Fubuki is kind of in between. And Maurice, I really, since the guy, since Maurice has been a little bit sick of Inazuma, I really haven't touched the subject with him. So I kind of want to know what he thinks about this.
Well, when it comes down to Cash-in and Cash-in Armed, Cash-in Armed is not per se overpowered. You can still easily catch a shot, even if it's shot with Cash-in Armed. Like we're talking about Chronostone, right?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
I do need to say some elements in Chronostone are a bit overpowered, but they are even worse in Galaxy. But I'll get to that later. The thing about Chronostone is it's a really balanced game and something that supports my theory. And I'm not sure if you guys seen my videos when they were up.
Maurice, look. We've all seen your videos, man. Just don't. Don't. No.
I'm talking about the in specific. I'm talking about the level 99 route.
Yes.
The level 99 route or route. I'm not even sure how to really pronounce it.
Routes.
Yeah. In Chronostone are difficult. They are extremely difficult, I have to say. Well, like not extremely, but they're a real challenge. And even with Cashin Armed, even with Cashins and all that stuff, sometimes you just still don't break through, or you still won't be able to score and such. I think, in my opinion, it's balanced very well.
If I may intervene, the only person who I actually seen like breeze through, and I say breeze through with massive quotations, has been IEMPKHQ.
Yeah, Imk.
Yeah, him or her. I don't know if it. Okay, it.
It's.
He was the only person, and attention, this is the guy who's known in the Inazuma YouTube community and I guess the wiki, because he was in the wiki before, right?
He wasn't.
He wasn't? Okay, then forgive me.
Yeah.
Okay, in the YouTube community, for doing insane shit with characters you wouldn't expect. He's the guy that pretty much made everyone that hasn't played Chronostone or just hasn't delved deep into it enough know that Wonderbat was one of the best players in the game.
No.
It has.
He's one of the best. He is one of the best in Galaxy, not in Chronostone.
Okay, then forget. Okay, misconception. Okay, sorry. But he uses a lot of players that most people wouldn't expect. And he uses a lot of skills from what I've seen, because his power levels are through the roof.
Yeah, they're definitely over 9,000.
Yeah, oh,
Yes.
no! Wow, you stole my joke.
You're too slow. Okay.
He had to go fast.
Yes, you just have to go fast. But the thing is, there's this little thing that occurred in Inazuma 3, and I remember talking about this about a few years ago. Was that one of the most difficult routes had pretty much teams with stats that were pretty much impossible.
You're talking about Galaxy or Chronostone?
No, Inazuma 3.
Oh, Inazuma 3.
I still beat them all though.
And this is the Ogre version. I do remember. Someone told me.
Oh, Ogre.
Yeah, Ogre. And I do think this was Burn, back in the time where the Gamer Brigade
that's
was
a really
a
long
thing.
time ago.
And he told me that it was completely bullshit because Endoscatch was completely out the roof and you couldn't just make it that big. Kick stats were enhanced to the max. Dribble stats too, and it was just insane. So the first time I actually saw a level 99 route, which was on your videos, Maurice, either I thought, you haven't trained enough or really suck, or somehow they're actually inflating the difficulty level by making the other team's stats much, much bigger than yours.
Yep, and that's exactly what it did.
So, what you just said about Cashin Armed and Miximax not being overpowered kind of falls short, because they need to increase the stats to levels where you can't naturally increase, just for you to have a difficult time against those teams.
No, some stats are legit.
Some stats?
Yeah.
What about the rest of them?
Most of the stats are legit.
Okay, most of the stats. Okay, fine. Because, you, Rob, and Paroshev, you guys never showed the other team. Like, you never showed the other team in stats-wise, and...
I did.
As I don't remember, man. I really don't remember. And I'm talking because about before your videos were deleted, at work, whenever I just needed to just let some steam off, I would probably just go to your channel and see past videos. And I don't really remember you showing any like stats of the other team.
I did.
Okay, fine. I just don't remember. But no, general thing was you got. Okay, not you. Okay, the rest never really showed the other team's stats, so we were only left with what you guys showed from your team. So it's like, okay, you seem powerful, and these guys are somewhat more powerful. How the fuck is this happening?
Well, the thing about this cornerstone is just the level 99 roads are just pretty darn difficult, I have to say, especially when you're facing them off for the first time. And that's like the thing I always really liked about Chrono. This is it's difficult, or like not really difficult. It's not easy. Let's just say that. It's not easy to. It's not easy to win every. Exactly, it's challenging. It's not easy to win every single time, like in Galaxy, because Galaxy level 99 roads are a joke. That's what me and PowerChat and Rob. That's what kept us playing Chronostone as well. Just because we were like missing out on the difficulty level, or we were missing out a challenge of like a good match. And the Chronostone level 99 routes really deliver that. And to me, I really wish they made more Chronostone routes, because they only released one. Or
really?
No, they released two. I'm sorry.
Well, I guess this kind of can lead us to another topic, which is the routes. I mean, Inazuma 3 had a bunch of routes. Ogre had the most routes in the classic series, and it was just insane.
Ogre was just crazy.
And it all started with Inazuma 2, because Inazuma 2 had also a bunch of routes. The only difference is that the route was just... I just didn't like those. Too many specific things. I really hated that.
Oh, yeah. The thing I just... sorry to interrupt again. The thing I don't like about Go and Go 2, which they, thank God, did do right in Go 3, is that you actually need a lot of items before you can scout someone.
I think. Sorry, Andrew. One thing I've been seeing is there's now achievements in Go 2, so you gotta like have a certain achievement to scout certain players.
Yeah, that's also the thing in Go 2. Yeah, that's the thing they introduced in the game, I believe.
Okay, Andrew, you were saying sorry.
To be fair, I actually quite like the whole system. Wow, that's looking good. I actually quite like the whole system of having like the items instead of like points, because like I can understand that sometimes getting like a specific item, because I actually have it myself to like get this specific guy as like you're trying to get this item from a team, and the team does not drop the item in, I don't know, how many times have I tried to try and beat these guys? 75 times, and I still don't have their item. Like that can be aggravating at times, but I still do like the system. Like, it is new and it's cool, and I really like it how they did it, as it sometimes forced me to play against other teams, and maybe the teams were difficult and I would like level up my guys and all that stuff. Like, for me it was quite cool. But like for
which game are you talking about right now?
Go as I have Go
because
myself.
I believe Go does not have achievements.
No, he doesn't. He's not talking about achievements. He's talking about items.
I'm talking about having the requirements. So not only points. That was only introduced in
since the first Inazuma.
Yeah, like the first Inazuma until I think the third. Only they only said, okay, we want your money, we want your points.
Well, not.
And that's all.
I guess the first Inazuma has its little requirements, excluding the story things like, oh, clear this chapter. There's been a few in Inazuma 1. been a few like, oh, you can unlock this route from the connection map, if you actually do the connection map stuff. If you scout this player, and then Inazuma 2 took that to the other level and just inserted a bunch of, oh, scout this player to unlock this, and that, and that, and that, and that, and that. So there was a lot of gauges that were locked for player scouting. Just scout this player, just so you can continue scouting the rest of the map.
Oh God! I can still remember. I had to like get someone. I believe it was either Yolvida or it was one of the guys from the. You have like You have like winter, autumn, summer, and.
Oh yes. The four elemental.
Some of them, like one of them, was really hard to get, and I'm not sure which one it was, but. I can still remember me just going hours and hours, just grinding in the woods, or not the woods. What was it again?
Competition
like
house?
it was like a forest, right?
Yeah,
to
the forest, right,
the road to like the whole lab or place of like.
Like I can still remember
aliens.
me just going through that forest all over just to find some of them.
Yeah,
And they would rarely show up. And then I had like and then you have like random battles and such, which you get like every single minute or something. I don't know how that works, but I got a lot of random battles I just didn't want, and I'm so glad they removed that system, because that was annoying as heck, especially in that maze.
Wait, just to specify, you're talking about scouting people through random battles, like when you finish a battle, they talk to you just so you can...
No. It's something else. It is, like some characters had like specific requirements and stuff, and
Wait, what game is this? Inazuma 2 or...
Inazuma 2.
Okay, sorry.
But yeah, that is true. I can also like it was really annoying how some characters would just like not show up, like they just would not show up at this specific place, and I think there was like this specific guy, and the only thing that you needed to do, you needed like some does anyone remember Nagata? Like Nagata's
Nagata.
Nagata's requirements, like they did not really, like, to me it was a little bit unnecessary.
I believe Nagata, you needed a specific power level for him, right? Or you needed to be at a specific
yeah,
level.
you gotta have a specific team level, and then you gotta just beat him a ton of times.
You gotta know, first off, you gotta find him at specific places. Then you gotta talk to him on this one place where he can reappear and appear.
That's the train station, I believe.
Yeah, the train station. And then you need to go, I think, to the tower. And then your team has to be a really high level. And then when I say a really high level, extremely high.
No, you need to have the master level.
Yeah, like you really, and not even just only the master level. Like your characters also had to be really freaking strong to actually beat his team. Because
and then like his team was freaking easy.
Yeah, what?
His team was freaking easy. Yeah.
For me, the match was. It was challenging for me.
And you know what? The thing is that Nakata, in my opinion, was not worth all the trouble.
Yeah,
no,
like he was okay. He
wasn't a bad player, or if anything.
No, it was okay.
But he sure was not worth all that freaking trouble.
And just for a little homage, because if you do actually a little bit of research, Nakata was inspired in a football player that's also Japanese who played for the Italian national team.
Yeah, that's true. There's also this girl. She reappears in every single game. She's I believe she got introduced in Inazuma 11-3. She's wearing a hat, like some sort of leopard printing.
It's Pantsu. It's Pantsu. No, here's the thing. Pantsu does not appear in Inazuma 11 Go. Actually, the first game she doesn't appear. But Pantsu, I do remember who she is, and sorry for interrupting, but she is what made Inazuma 3 for me Inazuma 3. Because, my God, when I remember playing Ogre on an emulator and seeing her for the first time, I was like, okay, my team is pretty good. I can probably take this chick on. I got absolutely wrecked. But I do mean wrecked. It's like getting a dildo and shoving it up your... just not to be specific. But
something tells me you're quite experienced with that.
yes, I am.
Oh.
Let's not talk about bedroom stuff here. So when I first got Inazuma 3 Bomb Blast for the 3DS, I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna beat this little bitch because now I got password characters. So here I am, level 30 something. Somowak at front, Neketsu or Bernie on the left, and I just kept grinding and grinding for 2 hours on the zone where she appeared, and god fucking damn it, I did it. It took a combo shot from Dragon Cannon and let's see, and Dragon Crash. It was Dragon Crash or some other dragon move. I forget. But god fucking damn it, when you get that character, it's totally worth it and it's completely satisfying. Because Pantsu is literally one of the most powerful players in the freaking game. She has one of the best moves, Sigma Zone. She has the most potential to be a great player. And the moment you get her, you just feel accomplished. Because you beat a whole team of players who are probably more powerful than you. And you know, you did this on your own little skill. Inazuma 3 was the game that pretty much told me that, you know what, you can be underpowered, but if you know how to place your players, if you know how to do your stuff, you're gonna beat every single team you can.
Wow, inspiring.
I'm sorry, I did not listen to a single word you said.
Ah, you asshole.
No, but to me, let's just keep it on this. Best Inazuma 11 game of Endo's story has to be Inazuma 11 3. Best Inazuma 11 game for the Go series has to be 2. But like, I think I'm the only one who can really say that, seeing as I played all the Go games. But
yeah, like for me, for what I have seen and for what I have played, like I've played Go and Go is nice, but I think that just because of all the gameplay I've already seen of Inazuma 11 2, I will enjoy that a lot. And I'm just gonna throw this out there. I also quite like the difference between what's it called, between Galaxy and Chrono Stone with Mixie Maxing, as Mixie Maxing is not an option anymore. You can click on it, is automatically there, and everyone is Mixie Maxed. As that is a, like, to me, if I like I don't know how, like, what the experience exactly is, but to me that would be really annoying, as the opponent could be yeah, like the opponent is already like really powerful, and maybe it already got stat boosts and all that crap because of like the game giving them stat boosts to screw you over, and then because they already have like their all mixy maxing and stuff going on, it just becomes a lot more difficult. And then also having the ability to go to like summon a soul and or summon a Kashin. I don't know, like for me it was like it looked a lot more balanced in Chrono Stone, because not everyone could be Mixie Max. Like of course, like everyone on the field is Mixie Max, so it should be balanced. But I think most of the times the opponent would have the most powerful Mixie Max they could actually get. So yeah, I don't know.
Can I just say something on that?
Yes.
Galaxy is terrible. Absolutely terrible when it comes to balance. You are right. You're instantly mixy maxed, and that's something I personally really don't like. But you are forgetting something. Mixy maxes don't give you that much power anymore in Galaxy. They only give you a max to they like where in Chrono Stone they would give you a boost of like 100, sometimes even 200. In Galaxy, even if you maxed out your stats, Galaxy will only give you a boost of around 20 to 40.
What?
Sometimes even 60, but that's the max boost you'll get in Galaxy. And that's their balancing system. And it's terrible. It really does not work in any way. You can...
Sorry, Maurice,
go on. No, go on.
I mean, if you want, I want to intervene because in terms of balancing, I mean, Chrono Stone in my opinion, does seem the most balanced because every single special thing, Cashin Arm, Miximax, has its own double-edged sword. Because yeah, Miximax is completely powerful, but each move you take is gonna take your GP down. Especially if you have, for example, a girl Miximax with a boy, since I don't know how, but that makes your GP go even down faster.
Well, the fun thing about, I believe you actually commented on that, Nelson, but that was like about 2 years ago, I believe. In Galaxy, I'm not sure if they are going to patch that, but you can actually get a male Sakura.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you can get a male Sakura.
What is meant by that?
Well, basically, when you Miximax Nozaki Sakura's mother and Nozaki Sakura's father, normally you would get a female Sakura. But if you Miximax the mother with the father, like the father being the base of the Miximax here, you will get a male Sakura, seeing as the father and the mother are a best Miximax, and that will result in Sakura.
Which is
okay.
It's just where if I was the father at that moment, I would go like, oh my god, where's my penis?
that interesting. What? Oh yeah, wait, I do not know in exactly which game this was, but it was either in Chrono or in Galaxy, and it basically was that there was a glitch that allowed you to pretty much, let's say, clone your moves or something among those
Galaxy.
things.
It was patched.
Yeah,
it was patched.
like it's patched. Okay, because that was extremely funny to me.
I remember seeing.
Like, were there any glitches or something in Chrono Stone?
There are some. Like in Galaxy, you like that's the reason I still have not updated my Galaxy game. You can actually give the player basically any move you want due to that exploit. Well, I'm not really calling it an exploit. What could you call it? More like
glitch.
A bug, I guess.
Call it a glitch.
Yeah, like a glitch. And that's actually that actually was really funny because you could like give some signature moves to like people who could never learn that, or you could like give the Earth Infinity to like everyone in your team.
You know what? Wait, Maurice, sorry. Just gotta ask. In Inazuma 1 through 3, there was always a move tutor, to teach like learned moves. So in case you only have one manual, this certain move, you can always teach it to other players. In Go, you have nothing of that sort.
Yeah.
Chrono Stone and Galaxy, does it have the move tutor?
No.
Son of a fucking whore.
It does not. Chrono Stone and Galaxy do not have move tutors. They do have Isatsu shops.
No, because it's so annoying. Andrew, don't laugh, because it's so annoying. Cause, for example, in Inazuma 3, you can get the manual for Jetstream and Big Bang. So imagine, for example, if I wanted to give 2 players one of those moves. Okay? And you only get one manual. Which means, one player is going to have that move forever. The other one is not. The move tutor, you have to pay a bunch of money just for one player to teach that move to another player. And Go, that shit went out the window.
Oh wait! Just so we're talking about the same thing here. The move tutor in Inazuma 11 2 or Inazuma 11 2 Firestorm and Blizzard. He was at the school of Kogura, right?
Of Kogura.
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Yeah, no, there's definitely nothing of that sort in Galaxy or Chrono.
Because this is like the thing. If I want to teach a player a super powerful move, okay, I'm gonna teach him. But what if there's a player even better than that one, and I just wasted the most powerful move on the player I didn't want to?
Well, in Chrono Stone and Galaxy, that would mean, well, poor you.
Yeah, that's the same thing with like in Pokemon, where when they had TMs, like the whole TM system before 5th gen, you would not get another chance to like give DTM to another Pokemon, as there was not really a way to like give it over to another Pokemon, or you had to like buy a specific TM. But other than that, if you wanted to give like I don't know,
Precisely.
double team
But
to another
I think we
Pokemon.
can all agree that thing, just this, like, from having something that could help you to just the complete disappearance of that is just a step backwards.
It depends.
How does it depend, Maurice?
Well, how would you feel about a whole team having the same move and such?
I would be okay with that. It's a strategy. It broadens up your strategy. Here's the thing.
It will break the game at some point.
No. I mean, I can't see, for example, a forward having a defense move as breaking the game.
Oh, wait. I'm confused right now.
No, the move tutor worked in one way.
Yeah.
All the extra moves you taught your players could be taught to other players by using that move.
And
that move can only be in one spot of your moveset.
Yeah, no, wait, you're right. I was a bit confused. I thought it worked a little different, but alright.
No, it's not like, oh, I can like replace every single slot with one move.
Yeah, that basically that, yeah.
That would be completely retarded. That's like, oh, you have Big Bang? Let me fill like 5 slots of that with Big Bang.
Well, the thing is about, like, I find it funny how we talked about games being overpowered, but, like, let's get to Chrono a bit again, shall we?
Oh, okay, sure.
Let's go.
Because Chrono we have the evolutions, remember?
Ah, yes.
Oh, yes.
Which, if I may, from what I've seen, I think it's the only game when it's balanced, because you got 4 evolutions for the Shin line,
terrible.
4 evolutions for the V line, and 4 evolutions for the Great line.
Yep. In Galaxy, you also have Go, and I believe you have S and A or something.
No, in Go you got Kami, Great Go, and what's the other thing?
Wait, in Go? Wait, you did not get that in Go. In Go, you only
sorry. I meant in Galaxy. Sorry.
Oh yeah, Galaxy.
Yeah, Zetsu.
Yeah.
But about Chrono because that's basically like the thing we were supposed to talk about. Like, let's get back to that a bit, shall we?
It's Inazuma, so yeah, sure, let's go.
In my opinion, seeing as I played the game, of course, I think Chrono overall is a greatly balanced game. And there are, of course, maybe some people who disagree with me on that, but from the hundreds of hours I've played, I have to say and this is not something I say about every Inazuma game. This is like the only Inazuma game I say this. I enjoyed every single moment of Chrono even the grinding parts and such, because it was a real challenge sometimes. And to me, having that challenge is just like how can you put it?
It got you hyped up for the game, basically.
Basically, it's like, I want to play this game because I want to beat the challenge. In Chrono I believe getting Shu is really, really hard.
Yeah, you need it for kids for it, right? And then other than that, you need to obtain the kids on a special way.
No, you needed to, I believe, and I could be wrong here, don't quote me. I believe you needed all the captains of the Holy Road.
Oh yeah, I remember you telling about this. You need like over 100 players just to fucking get them.
you need over 100 players to scout Shu or something. And that's you need all the Holy Road players. You need, I believe, Dragonborn. Well, not Dragonborn.
What?
Dragon Link. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Dragon Link players.
What? This is
all for Shu.
What the? Wow, but Shu. Oh my God.
Is he worth it?
When it comes down to stats, I'd say no. When it comes down to his Kashin, heck yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
It's fucking Shu.
Just something. Shu's Kashin Armed is the most epic Kashin, or like Anka Kushin Dark Exodus basically. Kashin Armed is the most badass Kashin Armed up to date, in my opinion. It looks so great.
If I may, just if I may, I think that Keshin looks horrible on Shu and any other player, and Kensei Lancelot looks the best in any fucking player.
Kensei Lancelot, what's that again?
Kensei Lancelot.
It's
that
true.
one of Tsurugi. Yeah, like Kensei Lancelot looks cool, but I like. Is it only okay? Okay, let's all be honest here. Whenever we got the chance to scout Shu, or when we were thinking of scouting Shu, it was pretty much because of his Kashin. I don't know, but I wasn't really the biggest fan of Shu to begin with. Like some people loved him, and I was like, I like his Kashin though.
If I may,
cool.
it's because he's the Sasuke of Inazuma.
Probably.
Oh, look at the little emo kid. Oh, he tried to protect his kid.
Oh my god,
He tried to protect his sister. Oh, and she's dead, and he's a ghost now. Oh, I'm not gonna question it. I love him.
Pretty much. Like it was pretty because he was that one emo kid with like a soft heart and shit. Like that is pretty much why he was so loved.
I just love how and just Inazuma in general, soccer can be used by ancient civilizations and angels and demons as some
dinosaurs.
way of passing judgment, and while we pretty much use it as fun.
Yeah, like with soccer, is there like it actually makes decisions, life decisions and crap. Like it can change the world, the history.
The thing I like about Inazuma 11, and that's something you have in a lot of animes and games. Whenever there's a terrible situation, just yell something about teamwork and friendship, and everything is alright.
Yeah, and then boom, the answer is there. It's Grandpa used his right hand for the move. Boom, uses Majin the hand. Like that is how it works.
That's the thing about Inazuma 1. Endo was like for some reason, Endo was probably like, oh, I can only use my left hand. I don't even have a right hand. Oh, I have a right hand. Yeah, use that.
Like it was like that is one of like okay there's gonna be
I do have to say it was a really epic cutscene where like Aphrodite shouted like God knows. Like I thought it was really epic, but just the whole storyline did not make any sense.
You know,
simply because Endo was training his butt off. With the black training room or whatever it was called.
Yeah.
Not meant as a racist joke, by the way. He was like training so hard, and like he only discovered when he was in trouble that he could use his right arm. So are you saying me that he trained hundreds and hundreds of hours that he only trained with his left hand?
That is pretty much how Inazuma 11 goes. That is exactly how it goes. Like
wait. If I remember correctly, the bastard pretty much just trained using that little walkway to train his tailbone or whatever, his spine, just so he could use Majin the hand.
Oh, by the way,
before that, you never see him try the move before. It's like he completed it, kinda completed it. On top of the Zeus match.
Can we all agree on something?
Inazuma logic.
The best villain team, like the best evil team.
Yeah.
Dark Emperors.
Well, I have to say that the Dark Emperors were good, and they were, in my opinion, they were good. As like it was like friends versus friends, and it wasn't like the whole friendship thing, like, oh, but we're friends, so don't want to hurt you or something. No, there was actual like they actually played against them and stuff. Like that was
but
good.
Like you know why I bring up Dark Emperors?
Right. Because it's Inazuma 11 too. I guess. I don't know.
Remember how Kazemaru and Handa and all the others got like back to the normal state?
Yes.
Endo got the ball, he shouted something about friendship, and everything was alright.
I have to say, that was the, like, to be fair, that was really random how
like that.
Like,
at all. Like, they were having such a difficult time with a match. And then suddenly Endo just grabs the ball. Oh, friendship! And everything is alright.
Well, if I have to give something that match, Shin God Hand, man. The shiny, motherfucker.
Oh, yeah, they're the shiny.
How Shin God Hand was able to catch a move that Mugen the Hand was not able to catch. Totally proving that Tachi Mukai is completely useless.
my
I mean,
god!
no. When you here's one of the reasons why I hate Inazuma 2 was, oh, Endo, look at you. You have stiff movements in the goal. I bet you suck as a goalkeeper. Tachimuka, you go. No, just no.
Like
Endo,
to be,
no,
like,
just
okay,
bad.
okay. I have to admit, the first time that I saw Tachimukai, and when I understood this whole concept, being like, let's say that Ando is a senpai and stuff, and that he literally learns almost everything from Endo. I hated him. But then in Inazuma 11 3, like the new season when they were going against the world championships, they actually like, and then Tachimika heard like, I'm like, let's say a copycat. He actually showed initiative, and that was cool. Like that was nice to see.
If I may,
but like-
in the third season of Inazuma, I think the makers kind of like knew people didn't like Tachimukai because he was
Yeah.
pretty much a fucking copycat.
Well, to be honest,
Yeah.
And people badmouthed him, so they made Mao the hand because it's pretty much all the negative energy from getting insulted into just a freaking demon. And so it's like, okay, I'm a copycat, come at me, motherfucker.
Like
Yeah, but it's like I never really liked Tachimukai, and I never really liked his design, and I also never really liked his personality. Like, I mean, the only real move he just got, besides Mugen the Hand, which actually was an end of dice game move. Like,
yeah.
that his only real move was Maru the Hand, I believe.
Yeah,
And-
it was his only move.
And he only showed that move 2 or 3 times. One time being the match against Argentina, and the other 2 times being
Against-
the final match against
Old
of the season.
Raymond.
Yeah,
and against the demons as well, I think.
yeah, and he used it against Desta Insane.
Yeah,
But,
that one.
like that's just.
If-
I'm like.
It's kind of disappointing. Yeah,
if
that's
I may,
just what-
if I
like,
may,
a lot.
if I may, I remember in the Inazuma 2 like anime, the Endo Daisuke moves. It's like Endo just said, you know what, Tachimukai, you get Mugen the Hand, I get Fist of Justice. And it's like, okay, so these moves are probably like equal in terms of power, most likely. And then when you play the game, Fist of Justice was... I don't even remember where that shit came from. But Mugen the Hand was given to
I don't remember
Tachimukai.
either.
Because, like, Coach Kira or Lina or whatever just said, Endo, you're stiff on the goal, so you're never going to be able to master this shit. So Tachimukai is going to be the only one who's going to use it. While in the anime it's just like, okay, you both could have learned these things, but you can divide it.
Fist of Justice. He got it during the match against Epsilon on Oklahoma. I believe.
Yeah, but in the game, I forget how he did it. That's the thing.
What?
In the game, like,
I need to confess something.
Yes.
oh god,
I don't like Mugen the Hand.
Nobody likes Mugen the Hand. Who likes Mugen the Hand? It makes absolutely no fucking sense.
I think the moves, just like how it works in general, it doesn't make any sense. Like, it basically teleports the ball to the player. Like, I know Inazuma 11 is a fictional story and everything, but that just is complete bullshit. And I have to say, even though as much as I like Maya, like I love Maya, you guys know that.
Yeah.
well, yeah, you do. Me, yes.
I still find like that's the only thing I also find a bit strange. Remember, have you guys watched the Chrono anime?
Part of
Yes.
it, yeah. I still haven't finished it.
Fully.
Maya and Garo, they both have psychic powers. Like they fired psychic shots at each other, like Pokemon or something, when they
Yeah.
like, dueling and such.
Yeah.
That shit could kill someone. Why did they not use that against Tenma and Tsurugi?
Well, but like, look, that's not the way to deal with problems.
Wait,
in
no,
Inazuma
no, 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 no,
World. You gotta play
Andrew,
soccer.
that's a simple answer that consists of 2 words that can answer that. Inazuma logic.
Oh my god.
Okay?
Like, I mean, I thought it would look really cool. Like, it really was one of the most badass cutscenes, or not like really cutscenes, parts. In my opinion, like it was really cool to like see the fifth sector children just like having a little argument one another, and they were just like, it was so cool. Like they had all these powers, and also they have all these guns and everything. They're destroying fucking cities.
Yeah, that's still, it kind of creeped me out a little bit.
I really like that, to be honest. But all right, so they have these epic guns and everything, and if they really wanted to liberate the world, if they really wanted to destroy everything, they really wanted to destroy Endo and Tenma and whoever, use the fucking guns.
The thing that I just had to question about that is, where did they come from?
Yeah,
that is never explained. Like, that is
from what I've known,
explained.
From what I've known, Saru supposedly shares Endo's last name.
No, that's not true.
He's Saru Evans.
But Saru Evans is
it's already confirmed.
Right?
It's already confirmed in the dub that it's not his last name.
Oh, son of a bitch. Okay, fine.
Get wrecked.
Oh yeah, it's been. I've covered this with Fubuki. Wow.
The closest we can get from where the guns come from
was the end of the first movie from Go.
Was El Dorado.
No. In the end, from the first movie of Go, you get like this little confirmation of like Tenma being a fifth child.
Is it true?
Yeah. It's when Sengoji and Gwenji are like talking over the footage of like the little castle or whatever in like the island. It's like them confirming that there's fifth children and stuff.
Yeah,
so I always thought they came from like fifth sector. But
well, like when we're on the roll, why not talk about some Inazuma logic? I think it's always fun to talk about that.
Okay, let's talk about
Inazuma 11 logic.
But before we're starting off that, I want to say something related to Go 2.
Okay.
I'm really interested to see if they will actually release the front end movie DLC.
Ooh.
That's something I covered with you, Andrew, as well, I believe, in the video.
Yeah.
It's because it's related to the movie, and well, although they could just like release it out of nowhere, which I do see them doing actually.
Like the deal with the password characters for Inazuma.
Yeah, with the password characters, like I think that's how they will do it. But other than that, I'm really interested to see how they're going to like what they're going to do with that. Like, for some reason, I have this feeling, and I really hope it's not true. They're going to call friend Francisca.
Wait,
you know what?
Francesca?
I think that shouldn't be your biggest fear. I think your biggest fear should be, if they call her Francisca, will she have a Russian accent?
Yeah, because there actually are voice parts during the Chrono game.
Koniesko, Maurice, Koniesko.
No, but I can almost confirm, even though I'm not part of the translation team, that Fran will have a really childish voice.
Hail Mother Russia, that's all I have to say.
And then it will not fit her.
Oh my god. Like, I am also like fearing like the names that they will give to like her signature move, which is pretty much Chaos Meteor, I think.
Yeah, Chaos Meteor, Floral Despair.
What?
Floral Despair is also a move of the game.
Oh yeah, I want those moves to stay how they are, because like Floral Despair clinks.
It will be Floral Doom.
Oh, Floral Doom.
Despair is I believe that's
too badass for the kids.
Yeah, it's too badass for the kids, basically.
It's like that sword and
yeah, exactly that sword
and Devil Burst. It has to be like Doom slash sword, Doom drive drop, and what's the other name? Supernatural Strike. You know, it has to, because it's like, less badass for the kids.
Yeah, it's too vulgar for the kids. Oh well.
Which let's admit it. Let's admit it here. Okay, I think kids can handle a little bit of weirdness or death in their video games. Okay, I grew up in the generation where Courage the Cowardly Dog was a thing on TV.
Oh my god, me too. I love that show so
Maurice,
much. As how
Yeah.
weird it could
do
have
you
been.
know
Like,
what
I
Courage, the Cowardly Dog, is?
I know.
You know-
I know. I watched that.
Oh my. Wait, you
Okay,
don't?
I was part
I
of
do.
the generation that saw Johnny Bravo, and if you go see it again, you'll get all the dirty jokes that you didn't know about.
Yep. Yep.
I grew up with the
dude,
generation that saw fucked up shit on TV, and we're not
yes.
that all
Dude,
fucked
dude,
up.
don't even talk about Shin-chan.
Oh,
Oh,
shit,
God,
oh my
Shin-chan.
childhood.
It's still on TV here. It's still on TV. You know what? I grew up with the generation where if I was a little kid and I was awake at night and turned on a certain
Yes.
TV channel, I could see hentai.
Oh my god. That is.
But that's just Portugal for you.
5 years old was my first experience with hentai. I saw Bible Black, man. That's fucking extreme.
That's why your right arm is so strong.
I know. Actually, I'm a lefty, man. I grew up watching Neo Genesis Evangelion, and that show is fucking messed up.
Dude, I like Neo Genesis Evangelion.
And that's not hentai. Attention, Neo Genesis Evangelion.
No, it's not hentai, but there's like
Is it ecchi
there's a lot of hentai from the main character.
Shinji? Okay,
Yeah.
he's a pussy, but I don't see him getting penetrated. But okay. Wow.
No, not
But
Shinji,
okay, so
fuck.
I think.
What's her name? Asuka.
Oh, oh god, Asuka. Oh god. Let's not talk about that.
Let's talk about Inazuma rumors.
We're from the generation that plays Pokemon, and one of the cities was pretty much a fucking graveyard.
Dude, we're from the Akihiro Inoue generation.
Yes. Thank you.
That's just the name for it.
Okay, we saw messed up shit, and I think just because we live in a world of violent games and shoot 'em ups and stuff like that, it doesn't have to make a game happy-go-lucky to the point where little kids will find it boring.
No, but like that's the thing about Chrono. They have cutscenes where they show them shooting with guns, destroying cities. They even have a cutscene in the beginning where Tenma or like Charles Tenma is almost like dead.
Oh yes, I love that cutscene. I fucking love that cutscene because Tenma dies.
Hey, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Hey, I hate
fuck
Tenma,
fuck
okay?
Tenma. I don't like Tenma.
He's like the love child between Endo and Kurimatsu.
Yeah.
Nothing good is coming out of that.
But like there are so many even worse things in the game in general. Like, I don't see how floral despair could not be in the game. Like, I mean, if you want despair, you can go see Danganronpa.
Maurice, I'm gonna let you finish, but I only have 2 words for you.
Need some
Lancelot
logic.
Lounge.
I know. I'm very sad.
I think that ends your argument right there. Here's the thing: what you can expect from like this dub.
Dude, imagine Willy Willy or Whirly Whirly.
Oh my
Okay.
god, whirly. Oh no, what about that easy breezy though?
Shut up! Oh, look, people. Fortissimo Foot, I think is the worst dub name in my opinion. Okay.
Wait, what?
Fortissimo Foot.
Nigga, you
Oh.
like whirly then?
No, I mean, in my opinion, Fortissimo Foot is the worst one. Because
No,
it's still
it's definitely not. the worst
No,
one.
no. Because Maurice, look, I'm the guy that looks deep into like what things are. When you look at what Fortissimo is,
Yeah, I know what Fortissimo is.
and you put a foot there, or no, you know what? Hey presto, presto turn is hey presto. That for sure is the worst dub name.
Yeah, but it's like calling an Italian person like, "Hey, presto!"
No, it's because presto is fast, so you're pretty much saying
Yeah,
hey
I know.
fast.
Hey, fast. Like, it doesn't add up.
Precisely. Presto turn
Like-
equals fast turn.
You know, mix and match.
Oh, yeah,
my
I know
God, don't even.
You know what? That's a type of pun I can find endearing. But
Well,
then,
but
if you see like the French version, the French
yeah, then comes the
translation.
French dub. That's Mixi Max Trends.
What?
The
Sorry?
the French version or the Italian version, one of them is Mixi Max Trends.
Yes, I know.
And then I'm like, just leave out the trends, please. Like, come on, just keep it Mixi Max. If you can keep it Mixi Max, just do it.
I just
Like,
have this little theory.
It's like, it kind of almost makes me believe that they're not allowed to reuse the names in in the dubs.
Maybe they have a quota or something like that.
Yeah, they should have. They have a quota or something. Like, I mean, this is something I talked about with Andrew in his video. It's just, it doesn't add up. It doesn't add up in the slightest, because if you translate some of the names, if you just go and see like what are the people behind the development team thinking sometimes, like there is no normal person, or like I like to believe, or there's no normal just grown up person who like just imagine the translation team sitting behind their table, all right? Like they're
I
discussing.
can't. Sorry, I just can't.
Well, just try to.
I don't know. They're probably not really at a. Well, they would be at the table, but there wouldn't be any tea. There would probably be feed and a lot
imagine
of.
them discussing the names. Imagine them discussing names.
With their friends.
Like, just imagine someone shouting, "Oh, I know a good dub name for this, Whirly Whirly." Just now.
That is what weed does to you guys. That's why you don't need. That's why you don't need to do weed nor alcohol.
No,
just be sure.
It's I think it's one of two things. They either have like the 4 kids mentality for like what they did with Yu-Gi-Oh! And other Japanese shows. They got imported to like the West, or they think the main audience for Inazuma is pretty much just little kids.
But
which,
then, like,
I could see that. I could see
kind of true.
I could see the second one being true, but don't forget, this is a shonen show.
Yeah, but
this
then
is
I
a game.
myself.
This is an anime or a game, whatever, about kids with superpowers. And let's not forget that most animes, even for mature audiences, actually begin with kids having supernatural powers.
Yeah, but then I ask myself this. Why is the game still rated 12 and up?
Yeah,
shit.
like that's the thing. Like, okay, what the only theory that I have is marijuana and weed is bad.
Andrew, shut up.
Andrew, oh, look, Andrew, no, Andrew, I'm gonna let you finish, but the moment you say marijuana and weed are both bad, is the moment I say, dude, it's the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I know. I'm making a joke about it.
Come on. You're not allowed to make jokes. This is Inazuma, this is serious stuff.
I'm serious about Inazuma. But seriously, marijuana and weed is bad for you.
No,
Don't
it's not.
do it.
You know what? I'm gonna let you finish again. But actually, marijuana and weed it makes less damage to your body than tobacco.
But
this is me
I'm
saying,
making jokes here.
If you want to smoke, then smoke weed and not tobacco.
I like how this topic suddenly went from Inazuma to weed.
Okay, but like I said, I'm gonna continue now. Marijuana and weed is bad for you,
tobacco
as
is
it
worse.
can, as it can cause you to hallucinate, can cause you to think different. In these kind of cases,
it's not bad to think different. I'm sorry, but I have to interrupt you there. That's not bad.
To think different even in a different way.
So you're pretty much saying everyone who thinks a different way than you do.
Andrew, you're not gonna make a joke. You're not gonna make the joke.
Oh,
yes, that's what I mean.
Racist.
Look,
so,
I think
we can all fight this if we work together, people. So go and donate.
Don't.
Look, Andrew, look. This is my podcast. I'm the guy who actually supports weed being legal. So shut the fuck up, man.
What? But I support it as well. Hello, what do you think? I mean, I live in Amsterdam. Are you crazy?
So that's what you've been smoking before this. It all makes sense.
I don't do it before recording. I should do it before recording. I really should. Like
you're
legit,
in Holland, man. You're in Holland.
One of my friends did it once in his video, and his commentary became amazing. Like, it was a lot more entertaining than.
Andrew, you're talking like you're some Telcel guy selling a really bad product, but like trying his hardest to just at least get one person to buy it.
Look, people. Let's get back on track, please. Look, in my opinion, like Inazuma just went downhill the moment it got to go here in Europe, because even in the classic Inazuma, let's call it classic Inazuma, the dead names weren't that bad for moves. It just weren't. They just weren't.
I have to agree with you on that.
What happened in Go that made them just go full-on kiddie mode?
Well, a few things. A few things. The terrible voice of Arian Sherwind.
Yeah, he sounds like a girl guy. No,
Yes.
like a girl. A
Yes,
girl.
that-
like
that-
straight
I-
up a girl.
Like that's the thing. I don't mind boys sounding as girls because, well, Satoshi in the Japanese Pokemon anime is actually voiced by a girl.
But being
woman,
voiced
I have
by
to
a
say.
girl and sounding like a girl is totally different.
Yeah, that is a different story.
Yeah, but like, what would you rather want? Just a really, really good sounding female voice actor, or that?
I'd say
A good sounding
really,
female voice
what?
actor.
You know what?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. There's a lot of anime characters that in the dub are voiced by a woman. For example, look at Naruto. Naruto himself is voiced by a girl. And it's
You mean
not
Japanese
bad.
one,
Actually, it's pretty passable.
You mean the Japanese one?
No, I'm the dub one.
But the Japanese one has it as well.
Yeah,
The Japanese one
the Japanese
is the
one is the
same,
same
like-
as Endo.
Yeah, Endo. Yeah.
The thing is, look, we as
Wait.
people who know how to speak English and we know how
Did you
good
just say
English
wait?
voice acting is, we can judge the hell out of this game in the dub. But in the original Japanese dub, I think our opinion really doesn't matter because we don't fucking know what the hell they're saying.
Well,
But
It sounds
our
good,
opinion-
but
our
we don't know
opinion
if it's good.
If our opinion doesn't matter, why are we even talking about
No,
it?
no, I mean compared to the Japanese dub, we can't really compare the two of them in terms of voice acting. You just say, the Japanese dub sounds better.
Can we just all agree on one fact?
Of course. What?
Japanese voice acting in anime is always better.
Yeah, yeah.
Most of the time.
No, besides Dragon Ball Z, as Goku sounds like one weird-ass woman. Sorry, but the dub is better.
I gotta admit there, yeah, he does. But there are certain animes where the dub is actually good.
Yeah,
The,
yeah.
the
most
thing
of the
with
times
the thing with Inazuma is, I don't know what the fuck they're happening. I mean, the singer, I don't know. He sounds like someone cut off his balls.
Well, I'm not sure.
I am sorry,
Andrew,
but that singer,
Andrew.
you cannot
Yeah.
like put
ball
mu-
sack.
the- you
Andrew.
just can't put, you just can't replace the voice from KMC and the Pistons with that thing.
Andrew, do you sometimes watch De Wereld Draait Door?
I usually don't do, but when something interesting happens, I do. Why?
Do you remember all the people who sometimes go and sing there or come sing there?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, it's like that level of quality we have in the dub songs, in my opinion.
Disgusting. That is
Yeah.
such. Oh my
Well,
god.
I'm not trying to say they're bad, but in my opinion, when it comes down to that, the only resemblance I could think of are
Is the
singers or are artists from De Wereld Draait Door, basically.
Because they are so bad.
It's not even it's so bad it's
uh-huh.
good. I think the only dub songs which I actually like is the dub opening for Light, because I never liked the music in Japanese, and even in English it's passable. But
Well,
goddamn, in
I do
Inazuma
have
3,
to say-
Inazuma 3 they butchered good.
I do have to admit one thing. I do kind of like the Dutch version of the first Inazuma 11 anime, like the.
Oh,
Stand up, stand
okay.
up,
Yeah, I don't. That one is pretty good actually. I'm
Like,
not-
it's kind of catchy. I have to admit
it's
that.
freaking catchy.
You know what?
Yeah.
After this is over, and attention for the viewers, I'm gonna put the link down in the description. I'm gonna link you guys to Kerbifer, which is a voice actor on YouTube, and he's a big fan of Inazuma, and he actually made a cover of the first opening in English with a friend. And I swear to God, if you compare it with the original dub, It is fucking amazing. The guy just nailed it. While professionals, in big quotations, failed horribly.
No, so I'm totally off topic here, but I see a truck simulator game.
Oh god.
We're going to play that.
Yeah, okay, you play that. You know what? I want to see an Inazuma truck simulator where you're driving the kids to the matches.
No, but alright, let's get back on topic here. And let's talk about
Cash-in names.
Inazuma 11 logic.
No, cash-in names. How about that?
Cash-in names.
Cash-in names?
I don't know.
Hey, you want to talk about the English versions though? Because the English version.
I have to say I don't know any of the English versions.
Really?
Okay, I have like
Wait,
funny
wait,
thing.
wait.
I actually have it
Maurice,
open right
Maurice, you are the luckiest guy on the face of the earth.
Yeah, I don't know any English Inazuma 11 Go.
You know what? I'm gonna just turn on my game and I'm gonna show you. First of all, we got Directo Maestro. No, wait, no, that's not like the name. I'll tell you the names in a bit. I'm just gonna.
Well,
Andrew,
Wait,
the
Instrumental
thing I do-
Maestro is
thing
on
I
the
do
name
know
of Maestro.
about- The thing I do know about the Kashin, I'm sorry I'm interrupting you, is that the Kashin names in the game, they actually, like the text overlaps the player.
and it is completely horrible, and I support. They should at least put one or two like names when you summon it, because like nobody knows like the full name for a certain Cashin. You only know like a certain part. You know, can't say Lancelot because it's a short name. It's only 2 words. You know, Majin Pegasus because again 2 words. These guys expect you to just remember 4 words that are completely fucking random most of the time. Let me see. I'm gonna. Okay, let's see.
Yeah, like Majin
Okay.
Pegasus is like winged arch Pegasus, right?
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
like Winged Pegasus Arcos or some shit like that.
Yeah,
Okay,
and
here
then-
it is. Look.
And then I'm like, all right, so just imagine a little kid playing Inazuma 11, and he's like, oh yeah, I finally summoned winged arch Pegasus something, and I'm like, no.
No, okay, look.
No.
Remember the bird thing from Ryuzaki? The guy from like.
Is that like
Yeah, it's something with
the Falco thingy?
No,
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
It's the one with. What? No, wait. It's the one with like Bakunet Storm, right?
No. I'm talking like the bird thingy. The bird.
It's
the bird.
the bird.
Falco thingy, right?
Yeah.
Wait.
I think it's Falco.
Isn't it something like Supernatural Wingman Thunderbird or some shit like
Yes.
that? It's like,
yes, that is
that
its
is-
dumb name.
Whoa! Like when I saw that name, I was like, "How do you come up with that?"
Well,
No,
the thing I'm asking myself is how does that even fit on the screen?
Yeah,
it
good
doesn't.
question. It doesn't.
It doesn't.
Here's the
I
thing.
tell
Look,
you,
look. Some
does
names,
not.
some dub names are actually like really cool. For example, we got one of those like Joker questions. The name is the Bringer of Dreams, Sandman. Okay, that's somewhat original and makes sense. But when you summon it,
makes
it should only
sense.
appear Sandman instead of the Bringer of Dreams, Sandman. It doesn't make any fucking sense. Or for
Well, like-
example,
Sandman reminds me of that one song. Hey,
Oh,
Mr.
it's Scatman.
Yeah,
No,
the,
no.
The Sandman song.
from Metallica.
It's like wait, let me actually see how it goes. Yeah, Mr.
Oh,
Sandman.
wait.
Oh,
from
Mr.
the-
Yeah.
Sandman,
Like,
give
alright,
me
here
a
we go.
smile. Do. Okay, sorry.
Wait, okay, so the dub name for Seishu Shining Dragon actually is Sacred Serpent White Wyvern. I like that name. I like that name. Sorry.
It's not. No. Look.
Like,
Some
I
of the
actually
names.
can-
Some of the names are actually awesome. The thing is, when you summon them, the words cover up your player.
Yeah,
And
that
what
is
they should
true.
do, instead of putting the full fucking name, is just put the last part. Instead of
Uh-huh.
putting like the shining blah 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 white wyvern, just put white wyvern.
Well, something I always, if we're talking about the dub, something I always did like about the Persona series is, and Nelson, I think you know where I'm getting at, is whenever there's like you have, like let's get Persona, what's your favorite, Persona 3 or 4?
3 portable.
3 portable. Let's say Akihiro, right?
Okay.
And Mitsuru. Those are pretty Japanese names.
Yes.
In the dub version, they still kept the names, but they just went with the English alphabet.
Yes.
I think that's amazing.
You know what? I
really
agree. Yes, they
do
should
like
do
that.
that.
Like, that just like it also teaches like, and that's the thing. It also kind of teaches children or like kids about the Japanese culture. Like, yeah, people in Japan have different names than we're used to here in Europe and America.
Maurice, if I may, because I actually touched this subject before, not recorded. I think it was with Fubuki or Rio or whatever. I think that yes, they should sometimes, at least sometimes, keep the original Japanese name. Because for example, Nishiki got lucky and got his own name.
It didn't make sense. Roma Nishiki.
And they just
they
just
just
inverted the
switch
order
up the
because in
name?
Japanese you always get the
Yeah.
last name first.
Yeah, but like, still,
Oh, but
the
look,
thing. No. The reason I say it doesn't make sense is they should have done it with the others as well.
yes, they should have, because
Because now
Sangoku's like name now is Korean now somehow.
Yeah, but
I don't
like-
know how, but yeah,
but
sure.
like
And-
the thing is right now in the European dub of Go, it looks like Nishiki is the only foreigner out of who comes of Japan.
Yes.
That is true.
Like
The thing
he's
is, like,
the only foreigner.
I hate
he's
how
not.
it influences, for example, Keshin evolutions, because as you know, the Shin line is like +1, +2.
Yeah, I never
Oh,
liked it.
No. I also never liked
And
that.
it's
That was
horrible.
really
It's even
stupid.
worse when you hear it in the show, because Inazuma 11, it's like on the 3rd season here, it still goes on Portugal. The dub is also horrible, like completely horrible, because Portugal now does not have good voice actors for children's shows. It just does not. And
Well,
when you hear
Holland doesn't either, if that helps you.
when you hear
Yeah.
like let's see, I need to think of a move now. Okay, the Dragon Crash +2. You
Yeah,
just die a little inside.
Like I mean, like like shouting Shin Dragon Crash sounds so much better than Dragon Crash Plus.
Yes, but here's the thing. They have this mentality with the fucking Keshin names. Because, for example, you have, like, Keshin names you wouldn't, like, fucking Phantom. That it means that something. You know, like, the red Speed Keshin?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
His dub name is Tachyon, faster than the speed of light. When you search Tachyon, it's actually a Greek word that means faster than the speed of light.
Stop. What are they doing?
Then you got, for example...
it's no, but like, like this makes it sound like the first name, like Tachyon, and like then instead of like putting it as a whole, it's like wait, what was the name again?
That's shown faster than the speed of light.
Yeah, like it's like they're putting the description. with the thing.
Yes.
Which,
Like,
you know,
that is-
it's correct, because look, Lancelot, heroic swordsman Lancelot. Yes, Lancelot supposedly is an heroic Lancelot, very well. Imagine Pegasus Arc. What's the name in here?
Demon. It wasn't in some. No. Demon Pegasus.
Winged Arch
No,
Pegasus.
Winged,
Yeah.
By the way, I'll be
winged
back in a
arched
sec.
Pegasus.
I'll be
Okay,
back.
Oh.
which this is like, it makes no fucking sense, because you know, it's a Pegasus, thus it has wings. But okay, fuck it.
Yeah,
some
like-
of the names actually have some little research behind it. For Serena, which is one of the red enchantress things that uses
Yeah,
black
yeah.
beards or whatever, it comes from a siren from the Greek mythology. So you're like, okay, this makes a little bit of sense. And you know, they put a little bit of work behind it. If I want to research this and know what it means, I can do it. So why not do it with the fucking evolution line? I don't care if my move is +1, +2, or +2 X, Z, or Y. It makes no fucking sense.
But there still are like a lot of moves, or no wait, a lot of names of these Kashins that have like those are long, and they kind of also have like a big description, like ferocious bird of fable rock, like, and then rock with a C. But then you also have like really like they have really casual, let's say, and really like simple names like ruler of the seven seas Poseidon, which is of course a pirate reference. And then we have lord of all waters Neptune, which is also like a Greek mythology reference or
both
something.
one is Greek mythology, the
Yeah.
other is Roman mythology. The thing is, like they know how to do research. The problem is applying the research.
Oh, and also Snow Nymph Chion instead of like Gosetsu no Saya. Like I guess Chion is also something with like ice, and then we have Hypersonic Fight. This one I do not get. Hypersonic Fighters Scramjets. Scramjets.
I can actually research that. Actually, that's one I still haven't seen.
And then we also this one I really like.
Okay,
We
look,
have
no, wait.
Yeah.
Let me just interrupt you here. The scramjet is a type of engines with internal propulsion that works with a lot of chemicals. It's pretty much something
Yeah.
it's something used in parts of a rocket.
That makes sense then, as the Kashin is like really fast and stuff.
Precisely.
Then we have Drake Chevalier Dragoon. That one is cool. It is of Ryukishi Teddies. And it's pretty much like the defensive one with like Dragon Storm. I like that one.
Here's the thing. No, they have the potential to make good dub names. The problem is they don't fucking do it most of the time.
Yeah, that is the bad thing, because they can make stuff like this. They all like this one. This one is a little bit like the references here are so real. High Roller Las Vegas instead of Las Vegas. Like you already know, like it's the goalkeeper one with like the lucky dice, and because of Las Vegas being the whole place where you gamble, that's something you can understand. But then we get stupid shit like Tin Titan Goliath. Tin Titan.
I actually have nothing there. I don't know, man.
Like Tin
I'm confused.
Titan. That kind of sounds lame, to be fair.
Well,
Like
what
Tin
doesn't
Titan.
sound lame in the dub.
Most of again, it's Inazuma Go just went really just downhill in terms of dub names, like, especially for the freaking.
I think the Inazuma 11 Go series in general, they had much more potential.
Yes, it had.
It had much more potential. Like, to me, the stories were like they're half finished most of the time.
I don't think they have finished, but they're copy and pasted from the first fucking season.
Yeah, and like the thing, and that's why I think, in my opinion, Galaxy is the worst season in the whole Inazuma 11 series.
Kind of.
It was such a huge plot twist from like the FFI.
Oh, and people hated it.
And I was one of them, but it all didn't add up, in my opinion. It really did not add up.
Yeah, also as to like why exactly Kageyama came back and all that other stuff. Like it was just all like a whole mash together of like ideas and stuff and plots and all of that
Yeah, but,
other
like,
stuff, and just pretty much like ended off with a bang.
Yeah,
As it pretty much was
also
the match.
the same thing goes for like just what you say, Andrew. They're like it looked like it was like a final season of Inazuma, so they wanted to bring back everything, but the way they executed it just did not fit at all.
You know what?
Like-
I think the biggest problem with Go was right at the beginning. It wanted to be Inazuma 1, and it of
didn't.
course failed horribly at it. Inazuma Go Chrono Stone tried to be original, but it ended up being Inazuma 2 with a lot of plot holes, and instead of focusing on one team getting stronger by their own hard work, it focused on a team getting the strongest players they could, and then enhancing themselves with abilities from other people instead of enhancing their own abilities on their own natural way. Which, in my opinion, fell short. And then we got Galaxy. When I heard about the Football Frontier International, the first thing that my mind jumped to was the final match between Inazuma Japan and Little Gigante.
Exactly. Like I was really, really hyped because I absolutely love everything almost about Inazuma 11-3. So I was really hyped for that.
And they had this huge opportunity to bring back old characters from the first few episodes of Inazuma 11 Go. You were taunted that what's the name of the one of the managers from the old
Like,
Rayman, the one that
wasn't
Natsumi?
no, not Natsumi, the other one that liked Tendo.
Aki?
Aki. You were taught that Aki had someone overseas that was special to her. AKA it was either Ichinose or Domo. And you never fucking see them. The football frontier could have been this whole freaking just nostalgia trip that we fucking deserved. We deserved this nostalgia trip because they tried to be nostalgic in every single season and failed horribly. And this season, you could see Burn, Gazelle, Ichinose, Tomo, all your favorite characters back as adults and showing off their awesome skills and showing off their teams. But instead, we got the fucking plot twist with aliens. Because, aliens!
But like Lelaya's and Katra's story, or like Katra's story is a little explained, but still, there was so much that was not like even when the old woman, they captured Lelaya and Tsurugi. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was so much that just it wasn't like, why did she do it? Like she wanted to conquer the galaxy or something. That kind of bullshit, I believe it was. But in general, like when it comes down to planets like Gordon, like the destroyed planet or like Katra's destroyed planet, or there were so many questions I had after watching Galaxy because there was so much that was not explained.
And it's so weird because I maybe in the game it will all be explained because the games usually tend to explain stuff that the anime doesn't.
I'm sorry, but no.
Maybe. I said maybe. I don't know. Okay.
Yeah, but I can confirm it doesn't. I need to agree. It does give us some more information about the planet, but it still does not.
You know what the Inazuma games should do. You know how the Persona games have this backlog where you can check documents and important like happenings in the world.
Yeah.
For example, in Persona 3, whenever you got like the documents on top of the Tartarus floor, you could like go back and actually read them and see what they said.
Mm-hmm.
They maybe should have added something like that just so you could like get a little bit more of lore outside of the main game.
But like, can we all agree on something?
Depends on what it is.
Inazuma 11, the whole concept, they really need to rethink everything.
Yes.
And with that, I really mean everything.
Yeah, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Because right now, as the Inazuma 11 series stands,
it's a mess.
It's a mess.
It is.
It is.
Truly. You know what? I think the first sign that it's a complete and utter mess that probably can't be fixed was when they placed time travel and the fifth children, whatever. I really don't care at this point. They're a bunch of the years in the future, and I gotta ask, what happened to Endo Cannon? What happened to the fifth sector of his time? And they had so many chances in Go to actually fix that. To like, oh, there's a fifth sector in Endo's in Endo Cannon's like timeline. So like, how about we actually make a throwback to that? Just make a connection between the
There were
plots.
so many characters who had so much potential, but they just acted as filler characters.
What still pisses me off is they still haven't given, for example, Goenjin Masato, which is Goenjin's cousin, that's a place in the spotlight, because that guy came out of fucking nowhere in Inazuma 2 and Inazuma 3. He's always in all the freaking Inazuma games. You know that he's a cousin to Goenjin. He seems to have the same moves as Goenjin, and yet you never seen him in the anime. You just never see him.
You know what I think is the most like funny part about like Goenjin Masato? It is his cousin. His
so why
cousin.
not make
it is so like he's so close to his like to like his family line. So he could be like could be like, and they look almost the same age, to be fair.
Shall I tell you guys something funny?
Tell it.
What?
And this is something I'm also still have questions about regarding Chrono Stone. In order to get Masato in Chrono Stone, you need to memory link with Endo, Mamoru Densetsu.
Yeah.
First of all, Endo, Mamoru Densetsu has never been released.
Oh, no, I can answer that, Maurice. There's a data link in Inazuma Go Light and Shadow, so you can connect both games.
No, you're not following.
Okay.
Chrono, I'm talking about Chrono Stone right now.
Yes,
To get
you're talking
Masato
about
in
how you need
Chrono Stone,
data from Endo Daisuke's 1 through 3 and whatever to actually have Masato and Endo canon in your Inazuma Go Chrono Stone game, and they fixed that in the European version by making you have some extra data stuff from Inazuma Go Light and Shadow, so you can actually do that.
Alright, but then I ask you another question.
Okay.
Endo, Mamoru Densetsu, let's talk about the game a bit.
Okay.
That is the game is basically Endo's whole storyline.
Yes.
And this makes it like, alright, so from Football Frontier 1 to the International.
Yes.
This makes it seem that Masato plays such a huge role in those games that he is that special that you need to memory link with Densetsu. You get what I'm saying at?
Yeah, I get it. Like Masato and Endo canon have such a huge.
Yeah, like
they have huge roles in sad games.
Like, that they're so special during Endo storyline
that you need to do that in order.
That you even need to link that, and I'm like, that does not add up.
You know what?
Or they could be like Pokemon and pretty much just have their own mentality.
Andrew, shut up.
Andrew, no, let's like make a conspiracy theory about Inazuma, okay?
But you know what I'm getting at. It doesn't add up.
Yeah, but
I know, but
Andrew, but really, it really doesn't add up.
But
Maybe, for example,
look,
maybe they could have, for example, done Nakata, because again, it's an homage and stuff like that, and he's been in Inazuma 2 and 3, and he kind of played a big role in 3. Maybe they could have done another player like Kappa, because he's a fan character, but Masato and Canon, Canon at least did have a big role during a movie, and he was present in Inazuma 2 and 3. Masato, we've never seen him. We don't know jack shit about him besides what we learned from him in Strikers, if I'm not wrong.
Do you learn anything from Strikers?
I think there's a player biography or something like that. Let me check.
Oh, wait, Inazuma 11 Go Strikers.
You
need to have his. Yeah, I'm on the wiki right now. You need to have like a password for him.
Yeah, it's a password. I think it's the one that confirms he's Goejin's cousin or whatever.
Yeah, actual cousin.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that one.
Let's see. Recruitment. I know there's a description or something. He's a supporting character in some of the games. The tempo striker is more than a little like Goenjin, which is them hitting at it. Okay, background. Masato was never introduced in the anime. Not much is known about him, other than the information released from the games he's playable in. He is a cousin of Shuya and Yuka, and has made an appearance similar to it has an appearance similar to Shuya's, aka Goenjin. He's one of the characters playing several games associated with the Inazuma 11 franchise, along with Endo canon. He's recruitable in Inazuma Strikers with the secret code, which is mentioned in his recruitment section below. He does not appear in the anime officially, he's in Spotlight, blah 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 blah. In the third game, you can challenge him with the team, blah blah blah. You can fight Goenjin Yuka, blah 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 blah. Okay. No recruitments. No, it doesn't. Okay, Strikers. The English version of the password is Axel's cousin. In Extreme, you gotta buy him, and Go Strikers, you can buy him after being a mini game. I think Masato is really just those mysteries of the Inazuma universe.
Yeah, but even if he's a mystery, the Inazuma 11 franchise in general is such a mess that it doesn't add up here.
If only they could fix it, find a way to retcon all of it. I don't care. Make a fucking remake or something. I don't fucking care.
The fun thing about Densetsu is that the game actually is the only game that allows you to play Inazuma 11 2 in HD.
Oh, yeah.
Because Inazuma 11 1 and 3 did get released in HD, 2 didn't.
I'm still waiting for them to actually release the Densetsu version on the eShop.
Well, I think they will in America.
No, because Inazuma 11 is actually the European eShop also. And there's like there's no gaming stores that actually have Nintendo DS games like on sale right now. And if they have, it's like on the used bin.
No, the Game Mania here still does do it, but
Ours, we have our gaming shop. It's either Game or Fnac, and either one of those, it's just Nintendo DS games are a rare find nowadays.
yeah, but let's just like the thing about Masato is he even has his own team named after him.
And what's funny enough is that Hichitaka is actually in his Inazuma 11 2 team.
Yeah, and they never show a relationship between him and Hichitaka.
Yeah, really fucking
Never.
weird. It's like they know each other. I mean, I still wonder, like, how in the flying hell did Goenjin and Hichitaka just... why did they choose Hichitaka to be like the guy who would keep Goenjin safe?
Yeah, like Masato had to know Hichitaka before.
Yeah, that's the thing.
But
it's so weird.
That means that he actually that Masato actually, like, even though not really official, he already talked to Hichitaka after Goenji and stuff won the Football Frontier.
Yeah. I mean, maybe. Why do you think he only joined after the second game? No, after the first game. What did you think? Like, no, just going into theory here. What did you think that if your cousin who stopped playing soccer after his sister was in a coma and he blamed himself, wouldn't you think that would be kind of a surprise and you'd contact him or something like that?
Well, I really don't know.
It's a shame. It is. Like, there's so many hidden pieces of lore in the Inazuma.
No, I don't even call them hidden pieces or mysteries. I call them flaws.
Yeah, plot holes, I guess.
No, not even plot holes, just flaws.
The classic Inazuma wasn't that bad in terms of plot holes, well, besides the second season. And, it did have everything very tied up. Like, what wasn't explained in one season was most likely to be explained in the next one. Like, for example, how Kabayama, when he was a teenager, was able to sabotage the Inazuma 11. As a teenager, one could not simply do that, so then they got Cash Field for Season 3. That pretty much explained all that arc.
Mm-hmm.
And everything was very tidied up and stuff. Kinda. There were still the socks on the ground, if you will. Then Go just kinda went for it and kinda just took it down.
Son Goku.
Yes.
How in the world did that guy learn God Hand X?
Oh, Daisuke taught him. Endo Daisuke taught him.
Daisuke taught him.
Yeah.
But from just, you know what I found really strange?
What?
Hey, wait, Daisuke taught him?
Yeah, Daisuke taught him, but like, you know what I find really, really strange? And that's why I never liked Son Goku using God Hand X?
What?
Daisuke trained Rokugo for years and years and years to get that move right. And Son Goku is just like, hey, I got it.
And then the match that he uses it, he's like immediately after like one try that he used it, Zets God Hand X. Like,
I think it's Shin, not Zets.
Yeah,
no,
it's
he actually got it to Zets, I think.
Yeah,
Okay.
he got it in the end.
He
but
got it to
like,
Zets.
that's something I'm like. That's something I
Which
still
is
don't.
I
It
think,
doesn't
okay,
make sense.
if I may play the devil's advocate in this case, I think it's just the fact that he could like summon ghost hands in a way from his hands before with Burai hand. Kind of had to, help in that.
It kind of made a reference, like it kind of like made a little thing to it, like the Burai hand and then the God Hand X already had that shit going, so I don't know. But maybe that shit helped.
I think it's a better choice of a move for a certain character than Mugen the Hand for Shinsuke. Then again, Shinsuke is a Tachimukai of Inazuma Go, so what the hell am I talking about here?
Like I'm not too sure if if it was actually confirmed that Rococo actually had to like train years to actually learn God and X, because
if you watch the anime and such, it's not directly confirmed. If you watch the anime, you see the team Little Gigant training from when they were little kids up to
yeah, I know, but that doesn't mean that God and Hex couldn't have been learned in like a month or so. Like they were still training, but it is just the sheer fact that he learned God and X. Maybe Rococo learned God and X in a month, and then boom, he got it. Then boom.
No, but like God and X, it's such a special move. It's like the arch nemesis of God Hand, basically.
If I may,
it's the same. Yeah,
no. Maurice. Look, people.
It kind of is, but it's same.
No. People. Look.
I know the second dual keeper of Little Gigant also has God and X. I'm aware of that fact.
No, it's not that. It's not that. Look. Little Gigant is pretty much a little, it's like saying that the Raymond 11 from Endo could pretty much become that. The thing is, first of all, Rococo said that Endo's Ichiganda hands, like the little alter dimension hand or whatever,
that dimension
has a similar hand movement to his God hand. And Endo learned that move in one fucking match. Let's not forget this. And
true.
Endo Daisuke, yes, he trained Little Gigants from the get-go when they were really young, but that doesn't mean Rococo was training only God Hand X. We seen that he knows God Hand, so it's safe to assume he probably learned Majin the Hand too, and it's also safe to assume that God Hand X might be somewhat of a recent move. We don't know that.
Oh, and also not to mention that he also can use X Blast.
Wait, and he also has X Blast for some reason. And also, let's not forget, all God Hand users pretty much divide in three parts. We got God the Hand, Tamashi the Hand, and Mao the Hand. The God, Soul, and the Devil. So everything leads up to this. Burai Hand might very well be the stepping stone between Majin the Hand and God Hand X. Sorry, kind of lost my temper there.
Is Burai
an assistant hand? It's not assisted.
Lol. Okay then.
And if I wanted to take this a little step further, mankind does not need to be assisted by gods or demons.
Damn.
Then why is your name Demon Dragon Master?
Shut the fuck up! I will murder your ass! Yes. I will fucking make you explode! Sorry.
Oh, good job, Mario. That was a great one. I love that. But like that could have been like a cool reference to it, and if so, then I gotta say that is a pretty fucking cool connection. But I don't think Inazuma 11 goes that far into it. But
yeah, that's the thing.
Like Nelson, I don't want to like rub salt in the wound or something, but if you say people don't need demons and such, then basically you're saying that we don't need you.
We don't need you. Oh, well then.
I'm gonna go to my corner now.
Personal cry corner.
I cry every team.
To me sometimes maybe it's because I like to think simple with stuff like Inazuma 11, as for me it most of the time doesn't really go that deep into the whole story. It doesn't really go that deep into all this stuff. Like it has a storyline of itself, and like it is, you pretty much find out everything in the anime itself, and there's no real like you can of course, you can like speculate about it.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing, Andrew. There's this little art in the Japanese cinema, especially for horror movies, which is never show the monster in the beginning, almost, or maybe never show it throughout the movie.
The movie, yeah.
Let your mind fill the gaps.
Yeah,
there's
I know.
a few there's a few animes that leave gaps on purpose, just to leave the fans thinking about the lore, and just make it out what happened with the clues that you get during the anime. Why do you think there's so many fan fiction? Why there's so many fan theories and stuff like that?
I know.
And one of the most, like, I think the thing you can point out the most is the Pokemon universe, because there's so many.
Yeah, definitely.
There's so many things you can discover and make up that make sense within the game or the anime that one could very well think it's true.
Yeah, but it's never confirmed because Pokemon likes to keep those gaps open.
Precisely.
But like for me, like it, I don't know. For me, when Son Goku learned God Hand X, I was thinking that it was pretty much some random crap that they wanted to do for Son Goku, because it was kind of irrelevant after a Go Chrono Stone came in. They pretty much did not use him. They did not use him whatsoever.
If I fucking hate what they did with Son Goku, because it just. When I first saw Son Goku, when I first saw like Burning Catch, Offensive Gaia, Burai Hand, I was like, oh my fucking god, this could very well be the goalkeeper that's not the main protagonist, like the real backbone of the team.
Or an antagonist for that matter.
I'm sorry, but I really hate Son Goku.
Okay, except Maurice, I'm not talking about Chrono Stone. I'm like in the first Inazuma Go.
Well, Inazuma, like the first Inazuma Go, Son Goku was also kind of because his Burning Catch got nothing. Absolutely nothing.
What about Fence of Gaia?
Fence of Gaia stopped a lot of shots, but was still broken through if a Kashin was used. But if Kashin was used, he lost.
But here's the thing.
That most of the times happened.
Here's the thing. The problem with Son Goku was they never gave him a Kashin.
They did. They did.
No, wait, no, Maurice, no, Maurice, wait, People, no, Maurice, no, stop.
You okay, watch.
Shut up.
They did.
No, Maurice, no, that's not you. Maurice, no, wait. It's not that. Wait, let me just finish, okay? Let me just finish.
Even when Son Goku had a Kashin, he still failed, man.
Yeah, because it was a dribble one.
Shut up. Shut up. I hate you so much. I hate you guys so much. Look, let me talk, okay? The problem with Son Goku was, I think he was supposed to be an important character, but since Shinsuke met Tenma first, and they decided, oh, let's make him a protagonist and give him Majin the Hand, just so he could be Endo. Let's make Son Goku not important anymore, even though his Burai Hand got Zero Magnum.
No, but
that was only in the movie.
I think that Endo and Tenma and Shinsuke kind of have this like Tochimukai and Endo relationship.
Yeah, they pretty much have that. As like Endo pretty much was always in the goal, and then he got replaced, and then Shinsuke took the goal, and then pretty much here Son Goku was in the goal, and well, then
by the way, remember that one time Tenma was a goalkeeper.
Yeah, and then he got his Kashin. He
even replaced Son Goku.
Even
they use a midfielder to replace Son Goku. How bad?
Yeah, even Tenma, that's amazing to be fair. And he got his Kashin and crap. He did not even use his hands to stop the ball. He kicked it. Yeah. Like the bad as he was.
Fuck you guys.
But still, I like Son Goku. It is just that the anime, for me, okay, in my opinion, they portrayed him as let's say as a character that was they portrayed him as someone important just for in the beginning of the story to like have a little bit of that build up for like he's also one of those 5 people that like wants to do the whole revolution thing, and he's like, let's say, the goalkeeper, so that he won't like let all those balls in and all that shit. And then when Shinsuke became a thing, then they were like, yes, okay, now we can put Shinsuke in it. Bye, see you later.
But here's the thing: Shinsuke was never like a good goalkeeper. The only thing that put him
that's also
above,
true.
the only thing that put him above Son Goku was the fucking Gashin.
No,
But the Keshin did not even do anything in
like-
Chrono Stone, to be fair, because he most of the times lost. He goes for Majin the Hand. Do you guys still remember that one battle of like the 5 first, like 5 in the beginning when everyone was like, let's say they lost their motivation to play soccer, and then the 5 that could were like battling against like the 5 of El Dorado, and Plasma
Protocol
Ball,
Omega.
Protocol Omega, and Plasma Ball shot through Shinsuke and Tenma. Like what the heck? Like,
but
and
like-
there were a lot of other moments that are just a normal shot through Shinsuke with Cashin or Cashin arm.
I think the moment when you realize that Shinsuke sucks as a goalkeeper was when they went back in time to Liu Bei's time, and he could not fucking predict the goddamn movements of the Stone Warriors. And
Terracotta army.
wait,
Yeah.
and fucking Liu Bei, a guy with no Hizatsus whatsoever, with no experience as a freaking goalkeeper, is able to stop one of their shots full on with his own freaking hands.
Well, like the thing I have to say before we go on, the reason I never really liked Son Goku is part his design. Like with all these really pretty cool and good looking anime characters, and to me Son Goku was always like, he just looked like a Western guy.
I don't
Son
mind.
Goku
I
looked
like the
it's-
afro, man.
Like, you know, Son Goku was probably our Steve of the first season.
Oh my
Steve
god,
was
no!
the most plain dude
No.
that was in Inazuma 11, period.
Shut up, I like Honda.
I like
Yeah,
Honda too. Fuck you, man.
I'm not even going to let you finish. I'm not going to let you insult Honda.
But did I say that he sucks or something? I just said that he has the
just did.
most simple. He has the most simple design of the whole Inazuma 11.
They
He
look badass.
He looks so normal. Brown hair, like little, like kind of short. That's all.
No,
nothing,
Andrew,
nothing more.
I think the problem of saying he's like the Honda of Inazuma Go, it's like, cause even the games, even the fucking developers themselves admit Honda is extremely average.
He is yes. Like don't even try and get at me for that. Even if the game like fucking confirms that crap.
No,
like
it feels like a fucking insult in the Inazuma universe. They're saying, "Yo, you're average." Like,
yeah, you're not really good, but you're average. Like you're fine.
in the
like,
first game,
he-
they were
he
like, "Oh,
always-
master of all trades." Jack of all trades, master of none, which is like, okay. In the second game, they were all right. Oh, he's very average.
Yeah, but like
But,
when it comes down to like we have Honda, we have Son Goku, but like they're just pretty normal looking in my opinion.
They are really normal looking. There's no doubt about that. They are.
No, but like, I mean, I really wish that they somehow did kind of, and with that I mostly mean Honda, because for fuck Son Goku. Like, remember how in I'm going to make a Persona reference again. How Makoto and you both have like it did like the infinite what do you like, the wild card, like
Yeah.
like for me Honda and also Son Goku, like they should have had something that just kind of makes them stand out more, because to be honest everyone is kind of forgetting about them because they did not really have something you could remember them for.
Like I guess you could remember Son Goku for like being that one goalkeeper that
like
was not the
the only thing I remember Son Goku about is being a copycat of Rokugo.
Not not really. Not in any way to me. Like only for God and X, I would say.
Like
if you did not
that's
get
to me
that,
because he didn't. He like the reason I'm saying that is because that's my opinion. He personally, to me, he did not stand out or anything. The only time he kind of stood out was when he used God and X. And that's it for me. That's like Son Goku. I'm sorry, but that's it. Yeah, and of course Yokai watch shit, but let's not talk about that.
If I may, I remember, if just because we're talking about this, I remember Son Goku because he reminded me a lot of Somoeka and just a little bit more happy-go-lucky in a way. And just because all of his fucking movements in the goal were just so exaggerated, you know? Because whenever he just went for offensive Gaia, it wasn't just offensive Gaia, it was like this epic...
It was this flip!
Yeah, it was this epic flip.
Jump.
When he used Burai hands for the first time, it was like, at least in the anime, it was like this very exaggerated like way of moving and stuff.
That was just a camera zooming in.
And and the face inside the screen, like almost out of the TV or your computer screen, and then boom, those hands into each other.
I think he, in my opinion, he's like more your average Joe in a way, but he's always trying hard in training and stuff like that. That's the why he could get God Hand X, in my opinion, because he's always trying his hardest. And my problem with this was because, since he's like that and he doesn't have a cash-in, he could not be in the spotlight longer.
Well, no. The reason I'm saying that is, and I was I wasn't finished talking, but whatever.
Oh, sorry.
The reason I do remember, Honda better than Son Goku, is because Honda actually, even though he's just a regular guy, like I agree on that and everything. But the reason I remember him better than Son Goku is because he still had this epic alter ego during Dark Emperors, which just was really awesome. He was better looking, like he had this really badass hair and such.
I actually dislike that more, but okay.
I think it looks really cool, but when it comes down to Son Goku, in general, I do agree he had some really cool moves. I never said he didn't, so I'm not sure why you guys are yelling at me for that. Because
I did not.
I've never said Son Goku was not cool. The only thing I said about Son Goku is that, to me, as he didn't appeal as much as he could, he had more potential.
Yes, he have.
Yeah, he could have had a Kishi.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm
like the dribble one, though.
I mean, when you say that Son Goku was supposed to be the team's captain, if not Shindo, it does mean that he has a really big, important role in the team itself, and they just didn't use it. And he's now like your comic relief since Inazuma 2.
Yeah, it was okay though.
I feel the same way about a lot of characters actually.
Kurimatsu.
Okay, you know, guys, what I actually feel like, but I think this is maybe like the biggest or like the character that I feel the strongest with. Like, why didn't they do more with him? And it is pretty much like they used him, and they used him again, and then it was done. And this character was Shadow. I loved Shadow a lot. I loved his design. I loved the way how emo he was, but then also like really cool, and like his like viability in the games as well. But and then you saw him like in like what's it again? Like in the second season, and he heard like he wanted to go to their school. He wanted to join.
But no, the school was attacked. So it was like, shit, when did he join? And then later on he became a Dark Emperor. And then later on he became like one of the he wanted to try out for to be a representative of Japan. And was like, oh my god, they're gonna use him. And they did not. And then from that moment on, Shadow was not seen in the whole entire anime. And that was so sad, as there could have been so much cool stuff with him. Like, why did he want to go to that school? What kind of other moves could he have? Like, it was so interesting to see how he was like there, and then he was gone.
Well, the thing,
was annoying.
I can't fully say I'm right about this, but the thing, I personally think Shadow would not appeal to kids as much as he is like, well, he looks pretty emo and such, and I'm not saying there's anything bad with that or stuff, but I think when it comes down to him fitting in the team and such, like, it wouldn't really make. Well, I don't want to say it doesn't make sense, but to me, I do agree that they should have done a lot more with Shadow, because he's really cool and such. But for him to be in the team, I don't think so.
If I may intervene, Shadow, I'm always going to say if I may intervene, fuck it. Shadow, I think Shadow was added in as a fucking rushed character. Same for the Brainwash guy, because we all know that Dark Emperors were supposed to have two of Endo's like schoolmates, and they were afraid that the audience wouldn't like be, it's them. Who the fuck are they?
Yeah, they would Aguilera, I believe that's her name or something.
What?
Like Aguilera.
Aguilera? No, wait. You mean Aurelia?
Aurelia, yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
She originally would have been in Dark Emperors.
Plus the other guy you can scout in.
Yeah, because like, and that's also the reason in Dark Emperors that it doesn't fucking make any sense why suddenly the goalkeeper of Brainwash is there again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think one of the other really big sins in a way they made was taking out Tamagoro.
Yeah, the Tamagoro, he would have been cool, but no, they actually needed to add in Sam. I don't know his name in Japanese, but the orange afro guy. Even though I love his afro and I love his way of talking in the dub, like why didn't they just get rid of? I don't know, the small kung fu. No, not Kurimatsu. I like Kurimatsu actually.
Kurimatsu. Nobody likes Kurimatsu.
No, I like Kurimatsu. I fucking loved his head. I loved his chestnut looking like head, and his weird looking like design and crap. And for some reason, he is one of those characters in the first Striker game that actually has a block, a dribble, and a shot, which is funny. But I just did not want it to have like the. I don't know, what is that kid again? Like the old Kung Fu kid.
No,
I don't know, Tim.
Shorin.
Oh, Shorin. Yeah, I did not like him whatsoever. No, not at all. Never was useful. Never, ever, 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 ever was useful. Was just a character there. Never liked him. Wanted him gone. Irrelevant as hell. But that's
also the thing about Dark Emperors is there does like originally Tamanogoro and Otani would be in the game, of course, or would be in Dark Emperors.
And Tamagoro would be the goalkeeper.
Yeah, but like for some reason, out of all the characters they could have chosen, they picked Nishigaki Mamoru as a replacement.
Wait, Nishigaki?
That's the goal. That's the
Malcolm Knight or something is it?
Malcolm. Oh yeah, him. Yeah, out of nowhere he was. Like that really didn't make sense, as there really wasn't like they never really showed him like really wanting to get powerful or some shit like that. Like they never had done something with him, and then he's like, oh, I wanna get stronger or something. And
no, but like I mean, there are like imagine just for some reason. Like a really badass Aphrodite or something.
Oh,
instead of him.
That would actually make more sense.
Yeah.
Well, but
like Aphrodite wants to take his revenge for the last on Zeus.
but the thing is, they already had Aphrodite in their team when they were battling against Gazelle.
Yeah, but Andrew, look, you might be like, okay, I'm okay with you beating me and stuff, and proving me that real soccer is like this, but you're gonna still be regretful, cause you know they kind of beat your ass pretty badly.
But,
You know.
like, to me,
And
it
ho-
still doesn't.
and maybe how they, weren't powerful enough to prevent you from breaking your fucking leg.
That's
I
true.
don't know because at the end of the episode, like Aphrodite was still kind of like he was still like he was you did not really see any regret or any anger in him. So it would have been really surprising if you would see him like, I fucking hate you guys for not
Maybe,
helping me as much. Like
what would make more sense?
if he
The triplets
wasn't
from
there.
Kido Kawada.
That would have made more sense.
What?
Yes, the triplets, like
Oh, the
one-
Makiti
guy-
brothers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the guys with the weird hair. That would have made more sense as like they had something against them. But but to be fair, at the end of the episode, in the first season when they beat them, they actually gained a lot more respect for Goenji
They
and
still
stuff.
they still want to
But-
beat him, and nobody
Yeah,
explains
I
the
know.
situation to them. So it would be pretty freaking plausible to have them as
That's also true. That's also true. As they might want to get their, like, let's say, revenge when Goenji beat them. So that would have made more sense. Yeah. Even though they would have still gained more respect for them, but oh well, that is still the same story with like having like Jim and stuff. Like I do not understand why characters that never showed like any real passion to soccer like Jim actually were in the team. It was pretty much only because we're being real badly in that
No, but,
one
like,
match.
I think like it might like I have a way better Dark Emperors in mind, and I think everyone does.
Yeah, of course.
When it comes down to design, I have to say I love and absolutely love. Also, by the way, I hereby restate my statement of Dark Emperor being the best rival team, because it's not true. Simply because, well, now that we actually got more flaws in it, I don't see it as a good rival team anymore. But other than that,
appearance-wise, they're pretty cool.
Kazemaru's design is just amazing.
Oh my god,
no,
it's
look,
it's
look.
awesome.
I love it.
Me too.
People, I think nothing beats the afro growing like normal hair with like shit.
Oh, that was amazing. He like grew more hair.
Yeah.
The Afro dude, like he just gained more hair and a deeper voice. That was all, and it was fucking awesome.
No, but like still, let's talk a bit about Malcolm Knight and
It
Brainwash
didn't
Goalkeeper
change
and
No.
Shadow.
Oh,
Those
but
three
wait,
were just-
Shadow got like a little bit more of a darker aura, let's say. Like I could look because I compared his when I was playing Strikers, I compared his normal one with his Dark Emperor's one. I could actually see a difference there in like the facial expression and the hair. So it was like, even though it's like there are some details different, like yes, I have to admit they are not really that different. But like Malcolm Knight did not change at all. Only then its facial expression.
No, but like
That's all.
first of all, there are way better goalkeepers instead of the Brainwash guy,
Yeah.
and second of all, Malcolm Knight. Just
And second of all, Malcolm Knight.
He's just,
Yeah.
he's just there.
no, but like he's just like oh, it's like they just like they went to random.org and they just inserted all the names. The first name that came up, they would choose.
Like, to be fair, when you said Malcolm Knight, I actually was thinking like, oh yeah, he was in the team. Like he was so irrelevant.
No.
Like, legit.
He was only relevant because he was friends with Ichinose and Domo, and they actually used Tri Pegasus. Once.
Yeah, that was the only thing. Like, but even when he was like at the good side, for me he was still irrelevant as hell throughout the whole story because they just did not do a lot with him. Like he was too irrelevant to actually keep in mind, even though he actually came up with that really good move being Tri Pegasus.
I think the whole
Or
Dark
Tri-Pegasus.
Emperor thing should have just never happened. and they should have just ended with Genesis being defeated and just showing the aftermath, just showing that sometimes there's no happy ending to something.
Well,
Yeah, but like, I'm sorry to interrupt you here, but please keep in mind it's Inazuma 11.
I don't care. Like, I would like to at least have some, since the season was trying to be so
Like,
serious.
you know what I would really like about Dark Emperors, even though it does not make any fucking sense at all.
What?
what?
Just to have Aiden or whatever his name is.
Oh, the other
What?
guy.
So, oh my, that would have been fucking amazing. That would legit.
I know it does not make any sense, but like, dear God, please give him some more screen time because he had so much potential and they wasted it to fucking trash.
But like to me, like the Dark Emperor thing, for me it I did not mind the Dark Emperor thing at all because
No, me neither.
because to be perfectly honest, like all those characters that got injured, they never got any more things to like add on. Like there never was any screen time for them. And like to come back later on as they were all depressed and then immediately happy, it would have made sense. It would have made sense, of course, but having the Dark Emperor thing was actually pretty cool to have as well. But the ending of it, how they were all like, how they were like, let's say, purified, that was lame as hell. It could have been way better.
Again,
like the whole the soccer ball and then the whole lights coming out of it and everyone's hearts being touched and then then the whole meteorite breaking because of pure friendship. I have to say that was their whole inspirational kids friendship will destroy all, even stupid psychotic
People,
the
look,
fucking
look,
meteorites and
look.
shit.
The thing here is that Inazuma 2 was trying to take itself really fucking seriously. Just
They did.
really
They
freaking
did.
seriously.
Which was the reason for characters actually leaving, like Kazemaru being all stressed out and feeling so bad about himself that he just fucking left.
Precisely. So that's why, the Genesis. After the Genesis, they shouldn't have done Dark Emperors, but instead showing actual aftermath after such an exhausting adventure, showing, for example, the kids from the orphanage, like Ovidal just freaked out and tried to kill her adoptive father and stuff, like
What?
the other children actually freaking out over this.
By the way, I absolutely loved the part where Jovita just got raged and stuff.
Yes,
I loved that.
which it showed so. Oh my, that was fucking great.
I think that showed so much of her character.
Yes,
That was just really, really well done.
Precisely.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Guys, here's the thing: you've seen that little dark side that the characters can have. So, again, why can't the rest of the Alias guys either freak out because their dad
Like Jovita got rage and everything, and then I'm sorry, but Rize or whatever his name was.
Reza.
Grand.
Yeah. No, I mean Janus.
Janus, yeah.
Anus.
Uh,
Okay.
What's the name of the Epsilon guy again?
Oh wait, the Disarm.
Disarm Sama.
They were all like, they were all like, okay, I accept my defeat. I mean, Disarm even got owned by Gazelle, and then they were like, all right, they're gone. But Jovita, and that's the reason I love her so much as well. She really showed so much character, and I find her better written when it comes down to character than Hiroto.
Because I think that all
I mean in the 11-2 story, of course,
I
because
think that she loved her father so much from taking them in and making them into that, and just being able of her withstanding the punishment that he just made her go through, and just saying, you know what, this was all a mistake, and then showing her getting really pissed off. Yes, that was just
even though it may sound a bit strange, but I loved the part where she was crying just it showed so much of her character at once.
And then you
like,
never see her again.
Yeah, and then I'm like, Yovida. She has amazing character design. She is so well written. And then she's like, they throw her in the trash, and who do they bring back? Fucking Tachimukai.
Like
In Level 3.
Again, look. Again, I still say they shouldn't show like a darker side to Inazuma with the ending instead of just going with dark emperors and friendship. Because in this story, nobody won. Like
Nobody did.
Like the Raymond 11.
Also, sorry for interrupting you again.
Okay.
Can we all agree that the last episode or the last 2 episodes of Inazuma 11 2 was just bullshit with their recapping and such?
Yes, it's always
the recap is not even it's not interesting, or it's not useful, to be honest.
No, to me the recap is just, all right, guys, we showed you. We had like 20 something episodes, but we can tell you in 2 episodes what happened.
It's very much that. But again, going on my train of thought, because in Inazuma 2, nobody was really a winner. Raymond 11 pretty much was Genesis, as the main antagonist said, because they pretty much went through the same thing as Genesis. So pretty much that whole trip of getting stronger and all was all for
it was all build up.
That it wasn't built, just showing that the way he did things, he could make pretty much an army of kids just by doing that.
Yeah, wait, I'm going to show you guys a picture.
Just show. And then we got Genesis, who just, was this bad. Oh, the whole Alias thing was this bad. Holy shit, that's awesome. The whole Alias Academy thing was disbanded, and you wouldn't think that maybe that have a grudge against Raymond afterwards, or they just be depressed for having their father pretty much using them and just putting him in the trash because he was wrong. Because the only people who got closure in this was Kira, or Lina, or whatever. She got closure. Hiroto, not really. Well, kinda. He kinda got closure. Sure.
No, by the way, can we also agree on the fact that it's still bullshit that it never explained where Alpha, Beta, and Gamma actually came from?
Wait, like no, yeah, it was never explained. Like they were, wait, what?
You know what, Maurice, by that logic, where did half of the Alias guys come from? And how did
every Alias guy.
Oh no, every single player in every single team.
No wait.
I mean, you know where I'm getting at. Like Alpha, Beta, and Gamma are pretty important characters, so please show some backstory.
Yeah, like Alpha and Beta and Gamma pretty much were like they were like let's say triplets. They were like they're a trio, and that was pretty much it. But there wasn't really a big story behind it. We pretty much had like Alpha.
And the only person who people actually like is fucking Beta, because she is a fucking psycho.
Because she is the aggressive.
She's a fucking psycho. Please be my wife.
Yeah, but like
bitch. Yeah.
But like Beta has this like alter ego, and
yes,
that's something.
A sexy alter ego.
Oh, waifu. Yeah. Okay. Keep go.
You can have Beta.
Oh, nice. Okay, but seriously,
I take Fran, Maya, Kineko, and Jovita.
But
I take all 4 of them.
Oh my god, like, sorry, but fucking Beta. When I first saw Beta, I thought, oh wow, they're gonna put in a girl, and oh, she's probably gonna have this really girl looking like a Sheen. She's probably gonna be like have a lot of characters like helper and stuff, and she's gonna be the bitch. But then no, what she does, she is like the most powerful character
from to be fair, in my opinion, she's one of the most powerful characters of like the old three teams of El Dorado, of like the team like
You
team
mean
1,
Protocol
team 2, team
Omega,
3.
man.
Yeah, Protocol Omega. Sorry, yeah, Protocol Omega. Because she, number one, she was fucking aggressive as hell, and I fucking love that shit. She had that alter ego. That alter ego is the
That's never
shit that
anti.
makes her sexy as fuck. Like,
Yeah,
she's first like.
You know
like
what? You know what?
normal.
Just to end this, people just go back to Inazuma Go to Chrono Stone. Whenever Beta uses her Cashin armed,
Yes.
you will notice that pussy line.
Like, oh my god, someone finally sees that as well. But legit, like first off, she's a really like cocky, like sassy girl, normally, and then
No. Normally, no. When
No.
she's in the field, yes. Normally, she's very fucking polite.
Yeah, she
Well,
actually is.
well-
She's really polite.
yeah, but she also is like a little bit sassy when she was talking to the Raymond people and stuff, but then she fucking summons her Kashin, and the aggressiveness and the power starts, and she becomes fast as fuck, and she runs everywhere. She shoots balls and. She shoots balls, and she kicks balls. Oh my god!
Oh, God.
And she becomes powerful. Like, and her aggressive voice for me, I fucking love that aggressive voice. I do
Oh.
not know why. I love that shit.
If we're talking about Go 2,
Yeah.
can I tell some like two things that don't make sense in my opinion.
Okay.
What?
First off, perfect cascades sudden transformation into Orgia mode like Aegis has in Persona 3.
Oh yeah.
Like
the
that
hyper
like
mode or
yeah,
whatever.
that was like
That's-
fucking out of nowhere.
hyper
and
mode.
se-
Hyper
yeah.
mode, Andrew.
Hyper
What?
mode.
Wait a
The
minute.
They're all
perfect
robot
cascades
kids.
hyper mode.
Oh.
All right, like first of all, that didn't make any fucking sense. It was like out of nowhere, and they suddenly had it. Like, why didn't they have to add it before? And second of all, Saru and the Lagoon. Like, I know I love Cornerstone when it comes to the games, but when it comes to the story, there are a lot of flaws. One of them being Saru and the Lagoon. They have this like release thingy, right? Where they can like release the limit of their powers or something, or they have like this little monster capsule thingy. I don't know
Oh
what
yes,
it is.
like Genesis.
Yeah,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
like Genesis basically has. Like, there was just a big copy of Genesis in the first place, but it never explained what the heck was in that thing, or where it even come from, or whatever. They just had it.
I'll explain, Maurice. It's actually very simple. Again, you can solve this with only 2 words.
Inazuma
logic, I
logic,
know.
yeah.
Precisely.
But wait a minute, wait. Maurice, the first thing that you were talking about, were you talking about like what were you exactly talking about? Because the only thing that I can remember is Ghost Mixie Maxing that randomly started. I did not understood it, but by the way, it was of course by the beautiful and Bay Beta, but it was weird how
wait, but
it was.
Beta didn't do Ghost Mixy Maxing.
Yes, she
Xanark
did.
Yeah, she
No, Xanark did. No, she did Ghost Mixie Maxing.
Yeah,
Xanark-
better did do Ghost Mix Max.
Yeah.
Okay, let me check this.
Yeah,
Yeah, she did in the match with
Yeah.
Nobunaga.
She did it twice. She also did it in a match when Tsurugi got his Keshin arms.
Oh,
Sorry,
yeah.
if it's about Bata, then I know it. But
Also, Gamma also used Ghost Mix Max.
yeah, I don't understand where that came from. They randomly had it.
Yeah,
and then
it was never explained.
Yeah, and then the second thing, which is randomly Xanark, with Xanark giving the Ghost Mixie Maxing to his players, but then for some reason they all get his skin tone and shit. Like
That's the same thing with Gamma.
No, Gamma. Wait.
Oh no, wait,
for
you're
Gamma
right,
and
it's
Beta,
not,
they did not have that.
You know what?
And
You know what people
I
don't
did
want-
not
you know
really
what?
get that.
Andrew, you know what? Do please. End of story.
What?
Do please.
Oh yeah, do please. I like do
How
please.
does
I
that
like.
work? How does that
Please,
fucking
where
shit
do-
work?
Well, we did get a little bit of the background on the doublies, and not that it didn't make any sense. First of all, doublies were created by Wonderbat, and they take out the energy of the person who summons
Yes,
them.
but here's the
Yeah.
thing: how the fuck do they work if you can make clones of yourself that are chicks?
Well, they probably will take your female, yeah, more your feminine side, and they will make the dupli.
Yes,
And because
and that of course justifies
No, but
Smile having
Yeah,
the
Smile.
biggest boobs in the Inazuma universe, and Mantle being one of the hottest chicks in the Inazuma Go Chrono Zone. Yeah, that was
shut up. I like Mento.
Me too. I fucking wait. I have a question. A really fast question. This is so random. But can you scout Mantle?
yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
Yes. Okay, I'm gonna
You
have
can.
her.
You know,
Just say.
when I can, I will scout Smiley because she's actually a good defender from what I've seen, and Mantle because fuck yeah.
Dude,
Yeah,
what,
because
dude,
I
dude,
want that
And
pussy.
wait, and
Super-
with that, people, let's end the podcast because it's like 1 a.m. on your side and 11 p.m. on my side.
Well,
I don't care.
Yeah, but my parents are sleeping. That's the thing.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah. So, last words, people.
Just
Uh.
saying. Beta pussy. Yes.
Pussy.
Uh.
Yeah, bet the pussy line. Yeah. My God. No, really, people.
Oh,
no,
and
no, no,
okay,
no,
okay.
No,
I
really, people. Go to one episode of Chrono Zone. See when Beta gets Keshin armed. See her double shot. Pay very close attention to her body and the story. Maurice, your turn.
I like pie.
Okay, fine. Anyway, people,
I
if you
don't.
enjoyed this, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys are going to enjoy Inazuma Go Chrono Zone 2, Thunder Flash, and Wildfire or Thunder Cloud.
I have to say I do not like this video. I'm sorry. I do not like it.
Okay, then go fuck yourself. That's my reply. And till then, I am the Demon Master, accompanied here by the great DragonBlaze. And hi, my name is Maurice, not to be confused with me, or
Not to be confused with me or any other Maurices in the world. No.
yeah, precisely. I am Nelson Alexander Figueiredo Hulu Maurice. And till then, we're bidding you farewell.